All right, man. Was really good, baby. Everybody, I'm just gonna wait for some of y'all to get up in here. We're gonna go to the audio, everything that's updated first before we even get into the revised version. Last night what I did was really good, but it was a lot of it was like kind of glitching. The audio wasn't really too up to par. So I wanted to do it over and revise it as well. So before I even get started, I just need everybody who's coming in here, please do me a solid. Hit that like button, please. Please make sure you share. Please share this live. Please hit the like button. All right, now before we even get into that, let's start with current events on this case. Peace, everybody that's coming in here. Let me add this to the stage. Please, again, everybody, make sure that you share. Share, y'all. Please make sure you share. Let's get to this first. And please make sure you go follow Comedy Hype, Fair Use. Fair Use. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
Reporting live from Hyper's Club, Fight Plus News, I'm John Abba.
We're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking.
Last night, we were sharing breaking news in regards to Nolan Wells, as audio from a tow call made by his friends around 3 p.m. on July 4th, according to NBC News, would be released. Now, in an extended version of this call, we are now hearing where they were exactly when the call was made. According to now released audio and GPS graphics, they were on the western tip of Horn Island.
We're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking.
Now, as you know, we've been following the story, and what we have now noticed is that the call looks to be made in the same area Nolan's body was found 2 days later on Monday. As local outlet WLOX stated, around 8:45 a.m., Sheriff Ledbetter confirmed authorities received a call reporting a body found at the northwestern tip of Horn Island. The body was discovered by a U.S. Park Service ranger. Now, this clearly now gives us a better understanding that when the friends allegedly last seen Nolan at 3 p.m., they would make a call about the boat taking in water in needing of a tow. GPS data graphics would again also confirm they were located on the northwestern tip of the island. Now, at 4:31 p.m., they would eventually be towed for about 2.7 miles out before returning to normal operation and headed back to land. Now, after gathering all this information, it now seems for some that Nolan's incident, given that his body was found in the same area, had to have happened between the call at 3 p.m. when they stated to last seeing him and when they would be towed away at 4:30.
And this is where I question all of that, because they're trying to say that everything that they did match and it lines up to his death. But again, it's not what they say, is what they are not saying. So if the bulge pipe erupted or broke, whatever the case may be, and that was around the same time Nolan was last seen, were they people on a goddamn island, man? I don't trust it. Were there people still on the island to see what the fuck is happening? If water is going into your goddamn boat, what the fuck that got to do with Nolan? Was he on there? Did he get sunk in or whatever, pulled in or fall off the boat and fall into the water? What the fuck does that got to do with anything? Just because when they called around that time and it was in the same location where his body was found, does that mean that they are innocent? Or it ties them to the exact location where they made the call and where his body just happily washed up on the shore. Now, I'm going to play some more, though. Let me just play some more. Again, it's not what they're saying. It's always what they are not saying.
31 p.m. Now, another thing that would stand out in the audio and raise suspicions is that the dispatcher would ask the boat's operator if everyone on board was in good health. And in response to that, he would go on to say, yeah, everybody is on board.
We're sinking. Can y'all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
Now, what is hard to understand for some is if they waited for a tow to help them leave the island, why did they continue having no contact with Nolan? given that they were all friends and this towing incident seemed like an emergency. Also, according to the released GPS graphics, it does not appear that the boat was too far out for them to see or be near the shoreline. Again, this would happen as they reportedly had Nolan's phone on the boat, and that Nolan allegedly wanted to stay back to speak with a girl he just met. Now, on Wednesday, Nolan's family representatives
speak to a girl. Speak. Was he going to chill with the girl? And we already know Katie's story. So regardless of what's being said, Katie's story contradicts everything that they have said. This is why Katie McCormack is so important, because she contradicts exactly what the boys are saying. And maybe all of this was planned. This probably was planned, because look at all the people that was on the island. Nobody seen Nolan. Nobody, not even the girl no more, not even Katie. She did say she turned around and, and kept pushing. But nobody, when it's 3-something in the afternoon, people, they left. This is just common sense. If somebody going to an island, to a beach, sometimes people go there early because it is going to get flooded with a lot of people later on that afternoon. Does that make sense? And I'm from Brooklyn, Coney Island, and I'm right near the beach, so I know exactly how that goes. So they left 8 something in the morning, got whatever the time was. They got there around they left around 9:56 p.m. Got there around 11:14 a.m. Okay. You don't think people is going to be there around 3 o'clock or start leaving around maybe like 12, get there around 1, leave there around 2, get there around 3, leave around 3, get there around 4. You following me? And stay for some hours because the weather is nice. Everybody's there. They docked, they fishing, or they just chilling. There were people there. We have to stop looking just at the friends. What about everybody else that was there? Let's continue, man.
Would speak to the Mississippi DA to hear the latest. They would go on to admit that not much new information was shared, but that the DA will be presenting evidence to a grand jury to declare how the mysterious death of Wells should move forward. Now, despite a seemingly positive meeting with the DA, not everyone is letting up. Former Mississippi Judge Carlos Moore, who would go viral for sharing his reaction to the case, would return back to his Facebook and would issue a warning to anyone fully trusting the DA, Angel McIlrath. According to Moore, his past run-in with McIlrath, as according to him, was a bad experience, as she failed to get an indictment for an incident that clearly should have gotten one.
Now, excuse me, I'm sorry for interjecting. Well, I don't really care, but thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to play this after this, all right? So please stay with me, and then I'm going to do the revised version, which is still the same version, but this audio will be better and won't be glitching like last night. I enjoyed my live last night, but it was too many glitching spots in it, and it kind of threw myself off, and I'm the one that did it. So hopefully y'all could just I can't see the chat, but if y'all could press 1 in the comment section, letting me know that my audio was good. There's no glitching, you don't hear like no, like what you call that, like little robot kind of glitching shit. Please let me know if everything is smooth sailing. Please press 1. If not, press 2. All right, let's go.
11, and there has still been no arrest. To me,
we bring that back for y'all. Bring it back.
And there's
to anyone fully trusting the DA, Angel McIlrath. According to Moore, his past run-in with McIlrath, as according to him, was a bad experience, as she failed to get an indictment for an incident that clearly should have gotten one.
Day 11.
Thank you, y'all.
And there has still been no arrest. To me, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable because we know on day 1, had there been 3 young Black men to return to the mainland from an island, and 1 white young man left there who disappeared, who died under suspicious circumstances, we know within 1 day of beginning an investigation, with all the suspicious activity that we know that have occurred here, if it occurred in that situation, we know that there would have been arrest by now.
That's right.
So it's still unacceptable to me that no arrests at all have been made for any particular crime. And I've laid out a litany of potential crimes that members of law enforcement, if they were doing their jobs unbiasedly and thoroughly, could have made by now. but they refuse to do so.
Exactly.
The family has been calling for transparency all this time, so I don't know why you would keep them in the dark last week that you were doing an investigation when somebody who knows how it's done calls you out on Sunday night, early one Monday morning, you decide to tell everybody that you're doing an investigation. So thank you, DA McElrath. We've been wondering what you have been up to the past few days. So now we know, because I don't play. School had recess. I do not play. I don't even play the radio. Those folks know me. They know me well. Okay. If I say it, I mean it. And so I see today, not only did she had announced earlier this week that she was going to work with, or was working with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department, she met with the family and their counsel and gave them an update and told them that she will be presenting all of the evidence to a Jackson County grand jury. That is a step in the right direction. But is it a step in the right direction because we had to call her hand? Had she planned to do that all along? I had the unfortunate experience of meeting the DA, McElrath, back in 2019 when I was a partner with the Cochran firm. And Toussaint Diamond Sims was killed by a Morris Point Police Department officer on August the 8th, 2019. It was caught on video. There were several witnesses that said that young man had nothing in his hands when he was shot 5 times in the back by that Morris Point cop. 5 times in the back, nothing in his hands. DA McElrath presented all that evidence, overwhelming evidence, and she still could not secure an indictment of that officer in Jackson County. So before everybody goes and starts singing her praises, let's make sure she's not going to do another sham presentation to the grand jury.
Let me interject there. This is why we have to understand these people have their people in positions for cases like this. Okay? The person that he's talking about, the DA person, these fraternities, that is police, judges, police commissioners, governors, so forth and so on, they are the protectors of the law, of what they, just their whiteness, to protect their whiteness. They have their pieces in play. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can win. This is why I'm glad this public scrutiny, this public pressure is happening, because they're going to have to be forced to really show or give justice, the proper justice. But again, like I said last night, nigga, this ain't no ordinary state. This is Mississippi burning.
I cannot do Carly today.
Everybody, please.
I can't deal with Carly either.
Make sure you share, everybody, please. If you haven't shared, and hit that like button. Please share, hit that like button.
And we know that you can present things to various grand juries until you get an indictment. It's mighty funny that the regular saying is you can indict a ham sandwich. With all that evidence, after someone was killed in 2019, and I happened to represent the family at that time as a partner in the Cochran firm, and I met with her as well as the family, similar to what happened today. So I've been through that process with her. She will offer you sweet tea. She's a nice, good Southern belle. But can she get you justice?
That's the difference.
We're not going to sleep on you, Angel, excuse me. We're not going to sleep on you. This time, we expect you to present the evidence in a manner like you present it in other situations, that you can secure an indictment or indictments. I do know you don't have to be indicted for anything to be arrested. All of this evidence is out there now. It should have been presented to a judge by now. Some of it for probable cause to make some arrest. Some of it to get the search warrants. I am not about any dilatory tactics. You're not going to punt the ball and put it on the grand jury. Certain folks need to be arrested now. If there's so much evidence, evidently there's enough evidence for the FBI to now be involved. Evidently, there's enough evidence now for the DA to announce that she's going to present things to the grand jury. There's nothing to present to a grand jury if there's accidental drowning. An accidental drowning under no suspicious circumstances would not require a presentation to a grand jury, and the DA could make that call herself. So evidently, there's something not clean in the milk. There's something not clean in the milk, and they know it.
Let me say it's another saying. This is an old Southern quote. Something in the wash ain't clean. Let's continue.
But yet and still, because of privilege or whatever, there has been no arrest, and we are day 11 post July the 4th, when Nolan Wells was first reported missing. Now, I'm the people's judge, and I shoot it to you straight with no chaser. That is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. You think we're going to sing your praises because you put on a dog and pony show. You can say the right thing. You can be courteous. But the Mississippi I know, the Jackson County I know, they will smile in your face and serve you 2 glasses of sweet tea and still stab you in the back. I can talk about them because that's where I'm from.
Now, the fact that this has even escalated to be presented to a grand jury would also hint to more that a simple drowning must not have taken place. Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Now that we're identifying that the call to get towed matches the same location where Nolan's body was found 2 days later, is this a major break in the case? And does this change your theory as to what happened to Nolan that day? Reporting live from Hyper Club, Fright Plus News.
Hell motherfucking no. If his body was found where they called about their boat, then what does that tell you? Somebody's lying. But let's continue. First of all, before we get into it, because I got a lot of videos. Trust me, just stay put, everybody. I got you covered. I don't want to bombard you with videos right now. I want to get back to the actual street view and trace their steps, the GPS steps again, and then I'll play some of the videos. But let me shout out somebody. Somebody's birthday is today. I don't know who this is, but salute to, I think I remember you, but Bella Black. Everybody show Bella Black some love. Today is her birthday. We all got to wait 365 days to our birthday. So, you know, shit is not promised. So let's give us some love. Salute to you. Happy birthday, love. If I could sing, I sing to your ass, but I can't. Let's continue. All right. Now, matter of fact, I'll play this. The mother just came out with this. Hold on. Let me just play this first. I'm going to play this and we're going to get right to it. Let's go. Oh,
Hey, Boo
here we go.
Bears. I know you probably did not expect to see me, but I had to come on because I wanted to acknowledge all of your love, your support, your kindness that you guys have been showing me. I wanted to, answer each and every one of you, and I probably will at some point. I will at some point, but right now it's just everything is so heavy.
I don't want to fuck up the vibe. I'm gonna bring it back. So why the hell your birthday is August 8th? I'm gonna kick your take the birthdays back. Now let me stop. Keep it. This is a pre-birthday shout out. God damn it.
Hey, Boo Bears. I know you probably did not expect to see me, but I had to come on because I wanted to acknowledge all of your love, your support, your kindness that you guys have been showing me. I wanted to, answer each and every one of you, and I probably will at some point. I will at some point, but right now it's just, everything is so heavy. Everything is so heavy. Just been going through the motions. I'm a healthcare provider, so I talk about grief a lot. Now to be on the other side.
Sorry, I'm not gonna do too many interjecting. I'm definitely gonna open the phone. I don't have the phone lines no more, but I will open the panel. So if you want to get on the panel, Brandy G220. If you want to get on, I'll open the floor. So the floor is definitely gonna be open. So I want everybody's perspective. I want to know your thoughts. So I got a lot of videos after this as well too. So just stay tuned. Again, like and share. I appreciate y'all. All right. So I will open. I don't have a phone line. Well, I do. I will. You know what? I probably will do that. Say less. Just give me some time. I will open the phone lines in the panel. Let's go.
This is
Yeah, let me do that.
it's a lot. So I lost my mom a few years ago, and that was hard. This loss, this grief, this pain, it's different. It's insurmountable. And then it's like you get these flood of emotions all at different times, and grief is so multi-layered. You know, one second I might be okay and I can talk about things and I can listen to his stories, and then the next minute I am falling apart and I feel like I can't breathe, and I feel like there is an elephant just sitting on my chest. But, you know, I know this is the process. I have a wonderful support system. I have my faith in God, which I've been leaning heavy into. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I see you. I love you. I'm thankful for all of you. And I'm so sorry that I hadn't been able to reply. I don't know exactly when again I'll post. For some reason, it does help. And I know if Nolan was here, he'd be like, Mom, you know, just keep talking to the people, keep telling my story, keep telling your story. So that is going to be my plan. Again, thank you all so much. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Let's get right to it. But I ain't even gonna hold you. Let's get right to it. Let me remove this first. God bless her, man. And matter of fact, let's just give a moment of silence real quick again. Let's give a moment of silence to all of our innocent young black men. We know about our black on black crime and stuff like that. That's not what the fuck we talking about. We know what's happening in our backyard and in our house. We know what's going on. That's our business. But let's give a moment of silence to all of our innocent men and women that has been murdered by you know who. Rest in peace, Nolan Wells, and everybody else. Moment of silence, please. Moment of silence. Thank y'all. Let me play this first, and then we get to this. Matter of fact, yeah, let me play this. Come on, let's get it.
Earlier today, the family of Nolan Wells met with the district attorney who confirmed the investigation will eventually be turned over to a grand jury. They're still wondering what happened to the 18-year-old on the July 4th weekend. Let's bring in Anna Schechter, who runs our crime unit. She's joining us right now. Anna, so what are we learning about those new details in this case? What can you tell us?
We actually have obtained new movement records, GPS data. Our Jared Eggleston and Skylar Henry down in Mississippi obtained this from a Mississippi entity, and it actually shows exactly where the boat left from when it arrived at Horn Island. You're seeing, as that scrolls down on your screen there, you're seeing that July 4th, that tracking movement, the vessel reaching Horn Island around 11:14 a.m. And then we also see when the boat left. Now, as we've been reporting, Nolan Wells was not on that boat, although his keys and phone were. And so we see the boat then go and actually dock at a different location, then drive overland to the home of the owners of the boat. So this is new information that is all being reviewed by investigators who are still trying to figure out exactly what happened to Nolan Wells, Mugo.
Yeah. All right. Now, let's get right to it. Now, let me blow this up. Blow this up all the way. Okay. Is that good? I wanted the whole screen, but okay, I guess this is good enough. All right, because I wanted to take up the whole screen, but all right, y'all can see, right? So we already know about the island, Horse Island, right? Horse Island, you crazy, Mike. Horn Island, right here. So when they left from the west part of the island, right here, they went home. Hold on. They went to the way they docked at before. Hold on. Let me just show you on the screen. Let's look at that first. Look at that, right? Boom. 9:56 a.m. that morning. Arrived at Horn Island 11:14. CBS News. Matter of fact, skip that. According to GPS data, the boat left Horn Island around 4:31 p.m. Returned to its original dock. Now, the original dock is on El Camino Railroad. All right. This is where they. Now, the owner of the boat, when they take it back to the owner of the boat, that's in Biloxi. Okay. So the owner of the boat does not, Warren, and let me just say alleged for my own protection. Allegedly, this is Warren Hudson and Benjamin Hudson and Ashley Cole, which is the judge. Y'all already know the name. So, all right. So if I don't mention it, that don't mean I don't know it. God damn it, kiss my ass. All right. So this is where they all gather up from. Right over here, El Camino Railroad. Only one road with this name. There's a El Camino Drive, which is totally a nice. There's some miles away. This is not even close to here. So this is exactly where it is. I know y'all know, but it's always somebody that's slow, like me, I guess. But anyway, so they went back to where they docked at, where they left from, which is here. We're gonna go to the street view as well. So once they went back here, then went to the old Fort Bayou. They don't just say the Fort Bayou. I mean the old Fort Bayou. They just say Fort Bayou. So when they left around 5:52, right? This is all after they got back, mind you. They didn't even call the mother yet. They waited 7+ hours to call the mommy. 7 hours to call the mother. Because they left around 4:31. They called her around 11 o'clock. And then the mother called the police around 11:07. Literally after she got a call from the murderers, alleged murderers. So when they left around 5:52 to go to the Fort Bayou, what was they doing? Was they dumping evidence in the water? I will believe so. And they came back to the house at 6:06, 14 minutes later. So you meaning to tell me y'all leave from here or here? This is all the same neighborhood. We're going to go right back there. So it could be from right here. Y'all left from here or here. Or here, because we seen this road. Well, if y'all was paying attention, they definitely put this road up on the screen. They didn't mention it, but I remember them putting this road. See, what the news do, especially if they caping for their own people, they will put the clues in it. They just not gonna say it. So you have to pay attention to everything that's on the screen. I remember this road right here. Look, y'all can kiss my ass now. It's Patu Road. Yeah, Patu, motherfucker. I said Patu. There it is. I said some other shit last night. Please don't. Yes, please watch the other one. But I'm about to say don't watch it. I need the views. But the Patu. If y'all watch Hoodlum, all right, when Bumpy Johnson and when he got shot at and shit going to the opera after Tahichi died. Patu. Anyway, that went over y'all head. But anywho. So 14 minutes. So y'all came and left, came all the way over here, came to the old Fort Bayou or Fort Bayou, same motherfucking thing. Don't get it twisted. It's the same thing. And turned back the fuck around. Because if you go all the way over here, which is where they left from to go to Biloxi, which we're going to go down that road. We're going to go everywhere. So please be patient. I can't see the chat, but thank y'all Anywho, so if they would have left around 5:52 and go all the way over here, then come all the way back, that would have been more than 14 minutes. So they had to come somewhere in here and start dumping shit and then turn their asses right back around and go back home, clean off the boat. Because mind you, the person in Bill Luxy, and I'm glad I'm saying it right this time, because I was saying Bill Luxy and y'all was killing me. They goes Bill Luxy. All right, motherfucker. I'm just pronouncing exactly how it's spelled. Y'all don't hang me for it. Put Bilux, motherfucker. If you want to say Lux, I see the locks, nigga. Styles P, Sheik, and Jada, bitch. Bill Luxy. What the fuck you talking about? Kiss all of my ass, even with the pimples on it, nigga. I got like 3 or 4, 5, 20 in the motherfuckers. Yeah, all right, but any motherfucker. All right, so where I say I hate my little sidebars, but I'm back on track. God damn it. So, all right, so now what they did when they went back at 6:06, again, they left 5:52, came here, dumped it, came back 14 minutes later at 6:06 p.m. and went back at 7:19 to here. Why? You could have pulled your boat from here, my G. Matter of fact, from here. You could have pulled your boat here and pulled it and got it towed right here, and you could have went all the way around this way. But they chose, and then you know what? Just thinking about it, because of the main highway. Oh, I got it now. The reason why they went all the way back, because this is 7:19. Follow me now. Follow the timeline. 7:19. They probably cleaned themselves off, got rid of evidence. They probably had a when you want to burn evidence, they got a oil barrel. They throw the clothes or whatever in there and just throw kerosene or gasoline and light it up and destroy evidence and in the swamps back there. So they could just dump it in there, and you understand what I'm saying? And they waited an hour because, I will say this, they had to bring the owner of the boat back their boat. Okay? So, mind you, people were saying that they seen them cleaning the boat. Could that be Bill Luxy? I doubt if they seen it over here, because this is a small community, which we're going to go back to. So this is what they did when they came all the way at 7:19. This is what they did. Let's go here. We're going to go to the El Camino Street as well too, y'all. So just please be patient with the kid. And don't forget to share, everybody. Hit that like. Please comment in the comment section and all that, man. So this is what I overlooked at the beginning of my live last night. But I seen it during the tail end of my live last night. I didn't even see this ramp. So this is where the boat came up at. So this is where they basically came to. This is where they towed their boat. So somebody met them here, or they was already parked here, or they told somebody, hey, drive and meet me here, this, that, and the third. So all of that traveling, they could have been dumping evidence all throughout that whole trail, because over there, they could have just still, regardless, this is Washington Avenue. This is the bridge that will lead to when you make that right on Bill somethingville. I'm going to get the correct spelling, and make that right and get on Route 90 to go to Bill Luxy. You know what I mean? So maybe they wanted to do that because it's close to the to Route 90 to go to Bill Luxy. You know what I mean? But you still could have towed your boat from El Camino Real Road. So I'm questioning every fucking movement that they have done. You dig what I'm saying? So all along this trail. And this is what I'm saying. All the houses over there, we can get footage. The police is not doing their job. They could get footage, go knock on everybody's door and everything, or even around here, and the cameras that point towards the back of their towards the water, to watch their boat, see if somebody's still or whatever. So people is well protected of their personal belongings. You know what I mean? If I got a dock on the back in my backyard and I got a boat, I got a camera pointing directly at that motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? This is my house. I got a Ring motherfucking camera at my front door. I got cameras on the side of the house and them damn sensor lights. You fucking feel me? You understand? So question everything. And I looked on these polls. Lord have mercy. pause for you, motherfucker. I can't even eat a banana. We gotta eat bananas with a fork because you New York niggas, and I'm from New York. I'm a Brooklyn baby. Damn, nigga, I can't even say I like a sausage. They be like, like, nah, nigga. I'm talking about the sausages that you put onions and green peppers and red peppers and ketchup and mustard and sauerkraut. Fucking idiot. I can't say, hey man, the boat was long. Pause. Y'all love y'all. Listen, niggas gotta stop thinking about other guys' love muscles, man. Y'all love penis too much, man. I like cootie cat. You think what I'm saying? You know, and let me not say too much because it's some old motherfuckers. They be like, all right, there you go again. All right, listen, okay, I'll be PG for y'all. But shit, I like cootie cat. Fuck what you talking about? Get up out of here then. Turn your hearing aid off, god damn it. And look, and there's a camera right here. Let me move up a little bit closer here. So when they told that boat, they told it from here. Camera, see that? You know what I mean? It's cameras all along this motherfucker. Okay? And we're gonna come back to here too. So this is their only way to leave this place right here. Boom. And then we're gonna do the aerial view. This is their actual way they left. And they turned on Washington Avenue. And let's go here just to show y'all. Where we at, baby? Okay. So let me just follow me, everybody. I know y'all ain't slow, but this is for the ones who need that extra push, man. Some little slowly. Can you do it again, Mike? Nah, for real. So this is the ramp where they came up. All right, let me do this. Okay. So they left from here, El Camino Road, again, from either side. They could have left from here, been out that way, or they could have left this way, but they did show this on the news, so they probably was docked here. We gonna come here in a minute. But they could have docked right there, pulled their boat, towed their boat from right here, boom, got on W El Bonino. We went through this whole thing last night, and I might do that again. You know, went this way, boom, 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 and you know what I mean? And or went another way to go to Bill Luxie. You dig what I'm saying? So any motherfucker who, so either way they could have went this way, boom, it went over here. And hold up, why you just didn't use your boat to go from right here all the way to Bill Luxie? Does that, which makes more sense to y'all? You leave from here to go all the way over here, to go over the Washington Bridge, to make that left on that road. I forgot the name of it. Start with a B. And get on Route 90. Damn, those are bars. And go all the way to Bill Luxie. I'm barring like a motherfucker right here. What makes sense? You just leave from here. It comes straight over here. Oh, they're gonna say that the pipe busted, the whatever you want to call the type of pipe that bust. Pause for y'all weirdos out there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see what makes better sense. You dig what I'm saying? But I don't trust them. Let's go. Just want to give y'all the route. I just want to make sure I'm no stone left unturned. All right. So please follow me. So this is where they came through. Right. And this is the ramp. We all just came from there. Boom. Hooked it up to that boat, to their truck. Boom. And made that left at the light. Came down Washington Avenue, which is 609. Boom. Got into that right lane, which is our left. And Bien Goodville Boulevard. So Bien is good in Spanish, right? So that's Goodville. Made that left. Jumped on Route 90. All the way to Bill Luxie. So the home, matter of fact, let me just say something. The home, all right, it's topsy-turvy. You know what I mean? We don't know who actually owned the boat. So, well, I would just go off my own perspective. If whoever owns the, matter of fact, what's it? What's the guy name? Not is it Yvonne? Is it Yvonne Noel that owned the boat? Let me look in the chat real quick. Is it Yvonne? Is it Yvonne Noel that owns the boat, or his father that owns the boat? Because it's not Warren. Can somebody please let me know in the chat? I'm looking in the chat now. Who is the owner of the boat? Is it Yvonne Noel's family boat? I think it's Noel. Yes. Okay. So Warren lives over here. Warren lives there, and Yvonne is here. So they bring her back to Yvonne house, and Yvonne was with them the whole motherfucking time. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go here before I play some more videos, and we could go further than that. So let's go here, baby. Okay, so let's go through their steps. Now, before I go to the road, they have like back roads, you know what I'm saying? They have shortcuts. We all have shortcuts. So if they was docked here and they came here, this is where we went through yesterday and went up this way. So if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna go through the same steps that I did yesterday. Okay, let's go here. Follow me now. And again, like I said last night, don't this remind you of the Kanika Jenkins days? This is nice too. Somebody left in the comment was like, man, yeah, it's nice, but it ain't all that. But nah, I feel you. But there's some nice houses here. These white people, they you know what they did? Shit, they made their money doing something, slaughtering alligators or something, and I don't know, feeding nigger babies to alligators over there. They got paid for it. I don't know, but we know the history. So they could have came here. This definitely feel like Kanika Jenkins days. Y'all remember that shit. And I'm gonna say it again. Like I said, it's almost like deja vu. I birthed a lot of you people online. What I'm doing, I was doing this shit way before a lot of y'all. I don't toot my own horn. So yeah, if y'all think I'm trying to think or act a certain way, y'all crazy because y'all really don't know me then. Because I don't talk like this or toot my own horn. But yes, I birthed a lot of y'all. I really did. Because I was really the only one doing a lot of shit specifically like this as well. And the type of I just leave it there. Y'all, if y'all don't know, then hey, it is what the hell it is. So if motherfuckers want to get on, like motherfuckers will look at my shit and do their thing and salute, man. You know what I mean? It's all good, but I'm not helping nobody else. I helped a lot of people that y'all know, and it was never in return. Showed motherfuckers what to get, told them how to do things, and you know what I'm saying? Just being nice, and they only here just to take. You know what I mean? It's not no unity. But I'm gonna leave that one alone, and I really don't care because you know what I mean. I'm always doing me, baby. I'm a Capricorn nigga. I don't need nobody. You heard? So I'm gonna get it how I live, baby, and I'm still doing good. With that being said, that's a camera, goddamn it, right there. This is like this is nice, but you know what I'm saying? This could have been an old ass house where they hung niggas right here. It's probably, you know how many niggas is in that water? They skeletons is there. They probably lynched a nigga in 1861 right here. We talking Mississippi. And a lot of these people got away with it. Like I said before, they got postcards, memorabilia. You know that shit. They got memorabilia and everything, son. With our body parts in it and shit like that. You feel me? Being preserved in jars and shit like that. Mail with nigga stamps on it. You think what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm going the absolutely wrong way. Am I? Where I'm at? Let me go here. Matter of fact, let me just go to El Camino Road because I did all that last night. So if y'all want to see all of that, please go to my my last video I did last night on this. Hold on. Boom. So this is where Warren and Miss Ashley Cole, Benjamin Hudson, Warren Hudson live at. Because in Bill Luxey, that's where Yvonne live at. This could be his house. I don't know if that's his boat, but look at this shit, man. That look like a fucking, it look like a damn school. Like, you know what I mean? Like the entrance to a school and shit. You know what I mean? They probably got bodies hanging in there or something like that. I don't know. They got fried niggas in there. Word up. I already told y'all the story last night. Cause shit. Go over there for dinner and it be your ass fried and baked with a big ass apple in your ass, like literally in your mouth, and you all glazed up with gravy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? With asparagus all around you, they gonna dress you up real nice. You know what I mean? You know how they do turkey with the rope around the legs and shit, and you know what I mean, and baste it and season it and cook it and cut it. El Negro on that damn in that oven. Shit, I don't give a damn. Cause they damn sure don't. But these cribs is nice though. I ain't gonna hold you. It's a nice area. And mind y'all, I got updated. I got some videos to play after this as well. Okay. I just wanted to make sure this will be revised. My audio as well. Everything. You know, The Last Life was really good too. A lot of people love it. You know what I'm saying? But this is exactly where they live at, and this is where they stopped at. Now, mind y'all, but people were saying that they seen them cleaning off a boat again. I feel like since it's Evan's boat and it's in Biloxi, they're not going to bring a boat bloody all the way over there and clean it over there. I think they would have, because this is more, to me, this is more secluded than where Biloxi is. So I'm just speculating. Everything is alleged now. Everything is alleged. But we know we onto something. I think that they cleaned the boat over here because this is very secluded, which I'm showing y'all now. Very secluded in these back areas where the swamp and the water, you know what I'm saying? Like you won't find nothing over there. So I'm pretty sure they cleaned that boat over here, and maybe some good Samaritans had seen it and reported it under an anonymous account. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got towing the tow shit for the towboats. Excuse me. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, excuse me, y'all. All right. I was dropped on my head as a child, but I think I turned out all right. Okay. Look at that. Nice little joints, man. Nice joints, man. All this from slavery. God damn it. Look, this is nice too, man. They got some fake ass palm trees. Do they really have trees like that in Mississippi? Yeah, they brought them shits, but I mean, hey, man, me, I'd have had a grill up there, man. See, in where I live at, I can't even cook out over here, so I'm tight, son. I can't even cook out, man. Can't even have a grill. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to go to my brother's house and cook on this fucking grill. This is nice too, man. The fuck, this is generational money or something. Look at this shit. This is all right, man. I know damn well these are descendants of nigger hangers. I've heard this, but it ain't. Trust me, you know it ain't funny. I love my people and my history too much to really make a mockery out of it. I love my people too much, but I'm not wrapped too tight. But this shit right here, I don't give a fuck what y'all talk about. This shit right here is fire. Y'all can kiss mine, all of my ass. I like this shit. Damn, who lived it? Shit, the mother, the stepmother Ashley Cole is the judge, right? That is getting some chicken. Benjamin, little weird looking ass motherfucker. He's a doctor. And I don't know what the hell that weird Ewok face. Look, Warren look like an alien, man. Them damn satellite dishes. That shit is more bigger than mine's, man. He can hear, matter of fact, he can hear what we talking about right now. But I ain't gonna hold you. This shit right here is fire though. Okay? Nice crib. Nice joint. And for those who don't know why the houses are sitting high, this is only for those who didn't know, because I'm from New York in the city, so we don't really see this too much. But since I lived in the South for the past 3 years, I understand because of flooding. So that's why they be having their houses built high. Put it on, I don't want to call it stilts, but I seen houses getting built where I'm at just like that, like the lift it up though, get it off the ground, all because of flooding. Because around here where I'm at, it like if the weather is bad, nigga, it's gonna flood, homie. It's gonna flood. That's why I'm glad I moved to where I'm at now. It's good for the simple fact of it won't flood as much, you know. But these shits just fire though. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all can't tell me that this don't look nice. Okay. But yeah, man, this right here. I keep forgetting. Look. I don't know. But even though it's that boat goes to Biloxi, but I don't know what if this is. I don't know, man. We all trying. But let's look behind there. Where we at? Real quick. And then matter of fact, let me put the link in there right now, and let me just open the floor real quick. I'll put the link in there if anybody want to jump on. Let me just put the link in there real quick. If anybody want to jump on, you don't have to get on camera or any of that. But if y'all want to give y'all thoughts, if y'all have there's anything to say, please do. The link is right there. Jump your asses on. Don't be scared. Jump your funky ass on here with me. Okay? So we were just right here. So this is it. All right. I'm pretty sure y'all following me. So, all right. I don't want to play with y'all intelligence. So this is where we just looked at that boat at right here. So this is all that water. Somebody could have seen them either over here, and this is like you know, they could have went over here and dumped the body, or not dumped the body, or got rid of evidence. Look at all this. You know what I mean? Like this is a secluded, pretty much like secluded area. They got their own little space a little bit. Look how much space they have in between. Look at that space they have in between before you actually see something. Look at that. And just look how it looks. Like you could get away with dumping a body or anybody. We know his body washed up on an island, so I'm not specifically talking about Nolan. So, but somebody could have seen him cleaning the boat around here or here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said something, or at least, and let me say this too. People that give information. Let's start with this. Check it out. With this.
So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today I got a call from that person, and they were just talking about the body that they came across.
This was Nolan Wells.
So before knowing all,
there's a Bill Luxy incident. Hey Kia, what's up, baby girl? You said you just did a research on the Bill Luxy incident in 1960. Jump your phone. I mean, get on the panel and let me know what it is, brother or sister.
all that, he said that the body was mistreated.
Yeah.
It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured. Looked as if he was burnt, maybe.
Where?
Face, body, said he was burnt.
And not only that, his body was mistreated when they transported him.
So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting a body, when only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. It's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down. And me personally, I took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to the family.
Yes, definitely.
Because all we know is what they put out
on the internet.
But today, we actually found out a lot about his autopsy without even reading the autopsy.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
I'm so sorry that family have to go through this. Really just
want to give our condolences to the family, as a mom or moms,
grandmothers,
dads, family, period. We give the most prayers to you.
Demonstrations are recognized as the first
Check it out.
rights campaign in Mississippi history. The most famous and violent incident occurred on April 24th, 1960, a day known as Bloody Sunday, or the Bloody Wade-In. Dr. Mason led a group of 125 black men, women, and children onto the segregated beach. A large mob of white segregationists armed with chains, pipes, and clubs violently attacked the peaceful protesters, while local police stood by and did nothing. The violence spilled over into local riots, resulted in multiple gunshot wounds, and garnered national news coverage, eventually leading to a federal lawsuit that successfully integrated the beaches in 1968.
So that's what you was talking about? That's kind of crazy, man. See that? That's in Bill Luxy in the 60s. Crazy work.
And we stand behind you because we know
right
what really happened.
Right. So,
and at the end of the day, whatever lies those families have covered up or whatever lies they're trying to cover, we're sorry.
Texas girl, I got
you. For you. And we just want you to know that what was seen today was
unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And that's why we want to inform what's going on during the transport. Like that
isn't something you can be quiet on
at all.
When you've seen something so heartbreaking as a child, go through something traumatic.
Yes.
It hurts to know that was done to him in the ways that we can't even express.
Right.
And as a person, you should have some type of humanity.
Right.
And I felt like those people who was transporting him did not have humanity. In no way, shape, or form. Because if I can feel the way I feel about the situation, just listening to what happened, you also can listen to what happened to this child.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that is a child that you did that to.
Right.
So this child needs justice.
Justice.
Because
Justice,
we're not going to sleep until he gets it.
At all. And I heard the feds are in Mississippi right now. So justice for Nolan Wells.
And they from New Orleans, and I ain't gonna hold you. I love the way New Orleans girls talk. I ain't gonna hold you. I love that accent. But before, hold on, I got you, Texas girl. See, now the mother had to identify. I'm pretty sure I know y'all know, but she identified her child through dental records. So within 48 hours, like, are you meaning to tell me, like, damn, like his body was that badly decomposed or messed up? Because if you in the water is cold, right? So cold preserves your body. You probably get some rigor mortis, but your body will be preserved through that water. I'm not understanding it, because when he went back out to the island later on that night after the when they went back out, they didn't see anything, and they went back and found them on the 6th. Am I correct? So he would have been washed up on the island. Then his body he had to be dumped there. So, like, why wouldn't they be able to? Why wouldn't she be able to see her son? You understand what I'm saying? Like look in his face and see. They had to look at dental records. All of that is not adding up. And so I'm gonna put up a video that may not make the mother look a certain way. Nope, not at all. But it's like all of the shit that's happening, they're not really saying too much. Like, anyway, go ahead, Texas girl. I'll get to what I'm saying in a minute. Texas, what's poppin', shorty?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're louder than hell yeah. Everybody can hear your ass. Go ahead.
Okay, so two things. My thing with the girls that were like, "Hey, we know somebody that works here." You know, I feel like they were too quick to just be the first to say, "Hey, we got this information." I feel like it was kind of tacky. It was a little tacky. It was a little unprofessional. I feel like if I knew some information like that, there's a way that they could have done or gone about it to tell, "Hey, we know somebody that works here. This is what we found." They were almost talking over each other to hear them get the information out. And obviously we can't verify whether it's true or not, but I
Right.
still feel like there's a certain way that you do it. Cause like you said, they said that he was identified through dental records, but I don't think his mom she still hasn't seen him, right? And like physically, she hasn't seen him.
From my understanding, yes. Yep,
Yeah. So if you listening to that and then you hear that you just minding your business trying to prepare for the funeral soon, and then you hear two girls on a video saying, "Oh, he was upside down. Oh yeah, they disrespected him. My friend work at the funeral home or wherever." And they like, come on. I feel like it's a way that they could have said, "Hey, yeah, we know somebody that works there. It looks like, some things about his appearance is not right. That's it." And they were just like, "Oh, you know."
But the question would be is I see you fully. The question will be is that, is it really true, and did you speak to the investigators? Did you call the Jackson County investigators on that? Did you reach out to the mother? Because I'm following her on Facebook and Instagram, like a lot of people. Did y'all even reach out? And this is the thing I always have to mention, is not what they say, is what they're not saying. Why they didn't say that, "Hey, I spoke to the mother or sent the message, or I called the hotline, Ben Crump hotline, and left a message." So I said, like, I'm gonna always keep saying, because I've been doing this for quite some time. The internet is the safe haven for all types of people. They may look normal, but these people have special needs, tendencies.
Yeah.
And they want to be recognized. They want to be seen just for that moment of clarity. I mean, the 5 minutes of fame, it validates them. So we have to. That's why I don't jump on everything. So if y'all don't think I'm jumping on everything, I see the shit, but I assess it and be like, I'll put it out, but I will narrate it in a way where this is alleged, or did they speak to the mother? Not to contradict it, but look at it from both sides. That's what I like to do. But do everybody, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all believe these two ladies? Now, it could be true because the mother did not see her child.
Exactly. She
So
hasn't.
it has some validity to it, but
Yeah.
we question everything. Game, what's good? Um, um, Callie, what's good, love?
Are you talking to me?
Fully game, the
Look,
gamer.
you just gave me a whole new name.
No,
Okay, so two things I wanted to say. It's the whole time she was talking, I was like, because I wanted to say that. When I first saw these two girls, I thought it was disrespectful for them to do that if they hadn't spoke to the mother yet, because she has not seen her son yet, and they're messing up their case. There's a reason why the parents are not saying anything is
Mm-hmm.
because they're trying to make sure these other people don't try to go cover their tracks with what is being put out. So with
correct.
these girls putting that information out, now they can go try to cover up stuff in their autopsy. Like it was already, that's the reason why Ben Crump is not saying what's in their autopsy. He has it already, but he
Right.
just doesn't want them to go try to change stuff in their autopsy. So by these girls saying this, now they're giving them a leg up to go try to hurry up and fix stuff. The second thing I
Yep.
was going to say is these people's going to fight to the death because they've been doing it for so long.
Mhm.
They're not, I don't think they're going to get scared. Even on the Carmelo Anthony, I don't think they're going to get scared into just giving in. They going to fight and lie until they just
Mhm.
get completely caught, because they've been doing this for so long that and protecting their people. You probably sit next to killers on the bus. You don't know how many people then got off because they're letting their people off and just arresting and putting ours in jail. They put some white people in jail, but not
Not
all of
all.
them.
They keep their numbers down, and just
Hmm.
by that, and when we say the FBI is stepping in, of course we will look at it as a plus, a great thing, but we have to understand that FBI
Hmm.
has people that operates in it, right? Meaning
Yeah,
that the
just
people
like
that hold on, the people that is doing it, they are Caucasian, so they still protecting their people. So if we say FBI, the FBI still have a lot of white people. And you understand what I'm saying? They had COINTELPRO. They took down Martin, Mega, Malcolm, so many of us. So just because the
Mhm.
FBI is behind it or looking into it, that don't mean they're going to really give us any justice. We still
Mm-mm.
with the same system, but two different agencies.
I mean, Kendrick Lamar's killer's dad was an FBI agent, so
Oh wow.
it
Okay.
it really
I didn't even
doesn't.
know that.
I mean, not you know what I'm talking about, the boy who was rolled up in the mat,
Oh,
Kendrick
Kendrick
Lamar.
Johnson. I thought you
Yeah,
said
his
Kendrick. Sound like you
well,
said Kendrick Lamar.
it's Kendrick Lamar Johnson. um, his
Okay.
his killer's dad is an FBI agent. So
Yes.
when they said the FBI is stepping in, I wasn't excited because I don't know who it is. You
Right.
know, it could
And
be somebody who's going to definitely cover for 'em.
and that case bothered me because when you look at the tapes of Kendrick Johnson, I even tried to reach out to the family some years back. They even slapped him on the face, slapped him in the face on a cafeteria line. They was bullying that kid,
Mhm.
Kendrick
Mhm.
They were
Johnson.
bullying. They were bullying. So you saw that on a video?
This is years ago. Mind you, you have to understand that they scrubbed the internet. This was
Mhm.
some years ago. I seen it. I covered it. Everything. The video shows Kendrick on a in a cafeteria on a school line. Like they getting lunch. It's a long
Are
line.
you
He's probably like
serious?
11th person. There's a lot of people on the line, and one of the kids came up there and just hit him upside his head.
Wow.
And then when they run in the gym, this is the same day when he runs through the gym. And then here come the two white kids, and then they edit the shit.
Mhm.
And we know they pops as the FBI. Then now, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that's why I said just because it's FBI,
Mhm. Mhm.
they gonna cover they
Can
gonna
I
protect
say
their own.
something? Can I
Go
say
ahead, fam.
something? With the FBI thing. So
Go
I
ahead.
I thought the same thing because being that it's Trump administration and the guy who's the head of the administration is not that bright, not that smart. I felt like it was gonna be the same way with Kendrick too, because for Nolan as it was for Kendrick, because they don't like down here in Texas. We got Greg Abbott. We call him Roller Derby Abbott. He's in a wheelchair, right? He's like evil, right? He's wicked. They all work together, even if they don't like each other down here. They will work together to put one of us and lynch us. That's what y'all saw with Carmelo. That was a lynching. A lot of
Yeah.
people think when they come down here to Texas, a lot of people are moving out here. Oh, it's so diverse. But when they move down here, they realize once you settle in, you get your house and you get your job, you'll start seeing
Wells
stuff you didn't see
update.
when you first moved here.
Say that again, love. Say that one
I
more
said
time.
once you move to Texas, not all parts of Texas, but most of Texas, especially legal. Once you move here and you get your house and you get your job, and you're like, oh, I love Texas. It's so wonderful. Depending on where you move to, you'll start to see certain things, but you can't call it if you're not from here. You'll say, oh, that person just don't like me, but you don't know why certain things are happening because you're not keen on it. You're not used to it. So a lot of people move here thinking it's diverse. No, you got to get here and settle first, and then you'll figure it all out. You see, they all work together in Collin County.
They still got sundown towns in Texas right now.
Yeah.
Those truck drivers that be shipping and
in Vider, Texas. It's called Vider, Texas.
Yeah, son. They would stay. This is why I don't. They do not investigate their own people. How is it black supremacy is the most number one threat to society, but not the KKK, not the skinheads? And they all down in those rural towns and down south and all of these places, and they just living, walking around with their Confederate flags and nigger this and nigger that, and it be the judge, but he's in regular clothing. It could be the chief of police or their sons. Everybody's related. And then when we highlight this shit, everybody look at us like we tripping. No, we understand the history of white supremacy. Bar. And I end with this. Listen, man, look, man, just white people, y'all have to understand something. We understand. We know the chronological history. So we are never going to forget. So by us pointing out certain things, and it's not racial. Yes, it is, bitch. We know the patterns. This is a pattern.
Yep.
This is a historical pattern. And they want us to be docile and not speak up on it and try to just ignore that racism still exists. And again, they are still in control. Bitch, we ain't free.
Yep.
We just have certain liberties. We are still under the boot of white supremacy. Fuck is wrong with these people? And they want us to just sit here, docile, and don't understand the reality. They just want us to walk around here like dummies and look through the world, look at the world through their lens. Like, get the fuck up out of here. They really think we supposed to just walk around here like dummies while still practicing racism, bitch. Either it's directly or indirectly, you're still practicing. It's still practicing it, or unconsciously because it's so embedded in you. You don't even realize it.
Yep.
Kiss my ass, man. Word is bomb. Sorry for all the emotion, but it's so. It's just come on, man. They want us to be dumb and just take it on it. To shut up, take it, nigga. Come on. I'm not racist. Then when soon you go in the house with your family, look at these niggas. Man, you ain't fooling nobody. Look at this crazy ass thing. Before you get on with your retarded ass, matter of fact, go ahead, Uncle Charles. What you want? God damn it!
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What you want, motherfucker?
Hello, I think I went out. Hello.
I'm gonna say it here because it need to be said. We better start determining what is racism and what is white supremacy. We got to determine the two because they're not the same. One is far more violent than the other. Say if you tell black folks, well, y'all racist too. No, we never racist. And you know why we never racist? Motherfucker, we don't determine public policy. We don't make motherfucking laws. Every law that's on the book is made by a white man. Do you know in Indianapolis that they got a law hanging is still on the books? It is still on hanging. It's still on the books. This is what I'm telling you. They rode their ass around in that boat when they killed this boy like they was on goddamn Gilligan's Isle. They rode around and look how long it took them to get off that goddamn island. 30 fucking years. But they rode around until they found a place to dump his body. And somebody else's hand is behind this. And most of the time you see these little white boys like that, they got family with money. They wanted to just push it on out the way. Y'all better realize something. Mississippi is still Mississippi. You better realize that Joseph Byrd was walking home one night, 2 o'clock in the morning, and these three white guys pull up in the truck. Hey, bud, let me tell y'all something. When white guys come up to you and say, hey, bud, what's up, big guy? Take your shit off safety. Because if you run up on me, I'm gonna make your ass leak. I don't play them games. I ain't riding nowhere with you. You can believe that. They drugged this man for 15 miles, almost going 100 miles an hour, where his parts was falling off. That right there is white supremacy. That's deep down hate. And they hated this boy because he probably, one of them little teeny bopper girls probably liked him. But do you know a man will kill you faster for a woman than money? He will kill you faster.
Hold that thought, Uncle Charles, because they kind of, well, it's a theory that they're saying that the girl, Katie McCormack, one of them liked her, but she kind of probably liked it Nolan.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes. Tall, nice looking brother. I got a 20-year-old son. You think I'm gonna let him go anywhere by himself? I don't give a damn if he 42. Oh no, nigga, stay right here. I'm going with you. Hey, we're gonna go together. You ain't going no more. Not me. Because I know what these dogs do. This is what they're doing. And that tracker, they didn't expect that. They didn't expect that. They already lawyered up. They already got the law already fixed up. They're gonna bring it into court. They're gonna fix it all up. But this case need to be moved out of Mississippi. I know the violence. Emmett Till, he's supposed to be on whistle at a white woman. Now he's a little boy. How he know where whistling at a white woman is? They saw a target, an easy target, and they killed him. Look how they did it. Joseph Byrd got murdered worse than any black person in the United States. He was drugged. They took him to the morgue where he had his head on one table and his body all torn up. This is not a game. That's white supremacy right there. And see, they let him get away with everything, man. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good, brother. It's just that's what they you know what I mean? This is what they do, and they want us to forget that. They want us to say, "Oh, that's long ago." No, what about the two twins that were just hung in Georgia? What about? Hold on, let me play this since we're here. Hold on, let me take this over. We'll come back to Secret Service Sam. Let me just play this.
Was an amazing son. He was never into any trouble. He was a protector. And we would have conversations
2026
about his future. And this wasn't supposed to happen.
We did not create American
I don't
history.
like this nigga at all.
We
but
inherited
I'm gonna let it play, but I do not trust him. I really don't trust Ben Crump as well too. But at least Ben Crump, fuck this dude, what we see on the screen. I don't care. I don't care about him. Period. But at least Ben Crump is putting it to the front. We know these are ambulance chasers. But at least we'll give him that by highlighting this thing. But I'm saying, like, why we see y'all niggas too much? When we seeing y'all too much on every fucking case, I'm questioning you niggas. But let's continue, goddammit. Shit. I sound like an old nigga.
Black Americans did not create disparities. We inherited a justice system that goes from generations to generations. This is not about race baiting that white America likes to bring up.
Ooh, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I love this. G Money. There you I know who you are, G Money. See, I'm really starting to I question you, G Money. I really do. And I think you want to get on to show your conservative side. I know this guy. Me and him spoke just probably once or twice on Facebook, but he been under here. He's really against black people. So please, G Money, I'm not even gonna bring you up here with that kind of energy, but I'm not even going to accept that energy. But thank you for watching, King. Thank you for watching. I ain't trying to hear all that shit right now.
About us demanding a system to work just like we see it work for our white counterparts in America. I've been doing this for 12 years. It doesn't take 3 months to investigate what happened to Daniel Irving. Tampering with the evidence charge is an outright disrespect to this family, to me, to this community.
By the way, G Money is black, just to let y'all know. He's not a white guy.
My family did not deserve this. My brother was a law-abiding citizen. He had big dreams, big aspirations. He was always smiling. There's not a photo of him not smiling. My brother wanted to do so much with his life. Very kind. He was a protector. He loved everyone. Everyone has nothing but good things to say about him. So for something so tragic and so demonic to happen to him, it doesn't.
Let me just play the details real quick. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna give y'all the details. All right, real quick. Let them say the Big Front give y'all the details. I'm pretty sure y'all already know about Daniel, but let's just hear the details real quick.
Think about, as I understand from Sean, these just facts that aren't adding up at all. 2 young white men come to his house to pick him up, and they go fishing, swimming, and then they come back. But yet, Daniel doesn't. And the fact, if I understand correctly, Sean, they throw away his cell phone, they throw away his clothes, they don't tell his mother or anybody else what happened. And it's 4 days later, after Minister Dominique has got the community saying, where is Daniel Irving? And people are starting to have search teams, and the media is starting to ask questions. And finally, then these 2 young white men come forward, and they say, oh, he drowned. It was an accident.
Y'all see the same pattern? Yeah. Similar stories? Go ahead, y'all can pick up from there.
I wanted to say something real quick. I saw that one about Daniel too, and I do want to say, because I keep hearing people say that it's about a girl or it's about a girl, you know. And to me, I see it's deeper than just a girl. I feel like they're taking out our young, strong, athletic, because they are trying to do what they've done to us with slapping their version of religion on us. They have made a lot of, and I don't even want to say us, because I don't feel the way everybody else do. They made a lot of Black people docile. And I think they're trying to make the new generation either take them out or put them in prison, but they're doing the buck breaking thing to them by, trying to take out our athletes and people who they think is going to be a problem later, because if you look at it, mostly all of them are athletes. Not every single one, but the majority of them are athletes. And I feel like they're trying to take out the ones that they feel like are going to be a problem. And I don't know if they're recruiting these young white boys to do this, or when it just happens, they're just like, yeah, pat on the back, But I do think that there's something to that, where they're trying to take out our young, strong, because that's what we always were, and they don't realize that's what we still are. You don't know all of us. You don't know all of us. I guess the ones that are in the spotlight maybe, or get put in the spotlight, but I feel like it's not always about a girl. I think this is more. And then for the guy that said it's not about race, it's not about race until you don't treat this case the same way that you would treat a white person's case. Because we all know that if this was a white boy, people will be locked up by now. Even people who didn't do nothing will be locked up by now. So that's what makes it about race.
Uncle Charles, before I play this video, do you have anything to say? Because everybody, I still got some videos for y'all. I probably go to Don Lemon because he just did a new video interviewing a defense attorney, but I have Willie D, and I really don't be using these people's videos anyway, so I'm just doing it for this case only. But I have Willie D pulled up right now, talking to a defense attorney, so I'm gonna play that as well. But before I play this, what Secret Service Sam, what you have to say? You can stay on too. I'm just let you get your thoughts out.
She's 100% right. It ain't just about. It's never about just one thing. See, this goes deeper than that. Their population is dwindling, while our population is growing. They see the numbers. They see it. They're either going to try to kill us off, or they're going to try to fill much of us in jail they can. This is who they are. I go right back to saying it's a difference between racism and white supremacy. We don't determine public policy. We don't. Let me tell you something. Ahmaud Arbery was running while black. Running. He didn't steal anything. He didn't grab anything. He was just plain old running. And they killed him. And the police said, well, what did he take? He didn't take anything. Then why is he dead? See, this is what I'm talking about. Why is the man dead? Now I'm going to show you what that prosecutor did down in Georgia. And I want y'all to listen real carefully. The prosecutor never said those white men was racist, but she did paint a picture. And that's what got their ass found guilty. We can't entrench so much in racism, we'll never find out who did it. We got to show the world a picture. We got to show them, actually, what I see, I can show you what I'm seeing. And it is racism, but I want you to see it too. And that's what's going to happen. I want Benjamin Crump to do his job, but when you start adding Jamal Bryant, you know, the preacher that say, I want to grow some weed at the church, all this old bullshit, see, you got to leave that shit out of it. And that's all I got to say about that right there.
All right, let's keep it pushing.
Secret Service Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update. This is something a little bit shocking.
Everybody, this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna let it ride out, but I'm just saying, at least he said that this person reached out to the investigators. I don't know how true it is, but let's let it play out. I'm pretty sure y'all already seen this already, but like here go.
Somebody just reached out to me on Facebook. He's verified that he has been talking with the investigators, as you can see in this screenshot, and I'll just read you our conversation. I was on Horn Island on the 4th. I have information I will share with you, but for obvious reasons would like to keep certain parts a secret, as they would absolutely damage the investigation. Let me know if you want. I've had several conversations with investigators. I can be seen in the video in question regarding an altercation. I said, oh, sure. Were you really there? I was there during the video in question. I can be seen on the far right walking away. Okay, great. What would you like to say? I will not use your name or anything. Then he sent me these screenshots of the phone calls. I said, I believe you. What would you like to share with me? Thanks. I've been working with investigators. I walked through right after a real fight broke out. I didn't see Nolan or the friends he rode there with around, but I have reason to believe Nolan was part of that fight. What do you think happened to Nolan? Why do you think he was part of the fight? Doesn't matter what I think, only the evidence and where it might lead. I didn't see Nolan's friends he rode with, but the friends who he was supposed to be catching a ride home with appear to be lying based on what I saw and what they're saying. The investigators had been following up with me for new details as new evidence emerges. Between you and me, they believe to have identified the suspect if what I witnessed was connected. So I know they're working hard to get to the bottom of it. Wow, can you say what you witnessed? I can't. They would use it to build their story and taint the investigation. And I told him, I really appreciate you sharing this information with me. And he said, I wouldn't have told you if I didn't feel like your heart was in the right place. Then he says, you're welcome. Yes, I'm trying to get transcripts of Javon and Trayston's interviews to show you contradictions and errors. Will follow up. Yes, don't go so far into detail, but let people know that they're working on it, that if the information got out, it would taint the investigation, and start focusing your investigation towards his ride home, since at least one of his friends admitted he stayed behind and was now with his other friends. Javon and Trayston, it only makes sense to follow an alternative investigatory route, which assumes his ride to Horn is telling the truth. He also made sure to let me know that the investigators are handling this like pros, and that is very reassuring. What do you guys think about this? This potentially is a huge break in this case, and it's good to hear that the investigators are doing their job, and it seems like they might have an idea of a suspect. Secret Service Sam out.
I would like to know y'all thoughts briefly before I play another video. What's y'all thoughts on this? And I'll make mine quick. When he showed this, right? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me wait till it pop
Your
up.
Wells update. This is something a little bit shocking. Somebody just reached out to me on Facebook. He's verified that he has been talking with the investigators, as you can see in this screen.
Now this right here. Now it says like 3 times because I'm actually looking like for the minutes of how much they spoke, but I'm pretty sure that like if you touch on it, then it would show how long he was on the phone with the investigators. I'm not saying this is not true, but we have to really dissect everything and not just look at everything. Because again, these people I'm not talking about Secret Service Sam, even though he owed me an interview because I'm the one. Me and him spoke for like 19 minutes. I told him to tell the people that your life is in danger, and he happened to tag me in it because I'm no and I made a mistake in because he called me while I was already recording. I had the whole recording. Well, I still got it. I told him I didn't, but I'm not gonna put it out though. But anyway, long story short, people are just weird out here. So this information, like they said they spoke to the police and everything. I don't know. I mean, it sounds good. So we just still have to question everything. What's your thoughts, love? And then I go to Uncle Charles.
Okay, so I'm not falling for that. Mom already said that Trayvon was okay, and he's only 17 anyway. So if people are feeling fishy about him, he don't know how to do interviews and stuff. He's a kid. But mom already said that was the best friend. The other dude, the one that was lying about being his best friend, okay, that one's questionable. But I feel like anything that got to do with the investigators there and the police there, they didn't already messed up. So why are we supposed to believe that they're really? I think they're just trying to throw us off those boys that we think it is.
Of course.
And make us look at somebody else that was there later or whatever. And they'll probably even go arrest some innocent black guy and blaming it on him. Nah, we still looking at the ones we was looking at.
Uncle Charles?
You know what? This young sister, this sister on the show here, she said it correctly. It's not just about a woman. See, you got to understand something. Look at the black man in itself, especially a well-minded black man that knows how to take care of his family. He's a leader in the family. He works out. He got nice money. Just most of these young men are getting killed are nice-looking young men. They groom right. They dress right. They talk right. Yes, they will be, any white girl would be attracted to them. And so I say this. You white women, I'm talking to white women, listen, y'all ain't number trouble. And whatever else behind your ass, don't even ask me where motherfucking Walmart is. Don't even ask me that motherfucking question.
Stupid, man.
I don't need to tell your ass nothing. Listen, I'm just saying. Our young man, I got a son, 20 years old. Y'all don't think I'm worried about him? You don't think I'm worried about him? I'm worried about him. You damn right. You better not touch my son. You better not do it. All hell gonna break loose. So I'm gonna say that and you go ahead and play it, Mike.
All right, let's get to it. And everybody, I'm gonna do a recap at the end. All right. I just want to play some of these videos. We do a recap and then We up out of here.
Honestly, would just love to know what excuse.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Please, for those who may be new, let me know who is new in here. If y'all new, press 1 and press 2 if you subscribe. So please subscribe, hit that like button, and welcome to the family if y'all new. And please share. God damn it. Let's go.
Some of y'all got for this one. This is Ike Pyron. Okay, welcome me for a second. Ike Pyron is the little brother of Wyatt Pyron. And Wyatt Pyron is one of the friends that was on the boat with Nolan. This screen grab from Snapchat has been going around. Law enforcement probably isn't going to show us this, but I can attest to you that this is real. But let me just say, allegedly, he said this. Ike sent this message to one of his friends. He said, I see you reposted this, so I wanted to let you know what really happened. Can't be listening to all these black people saying his friends did something. He was with my brother that day on the boat and he chose to stay. They know who the girl is. It happens on Horn all the time. These guys posting this shit on TikTok are all worthless blacks who want nothing but views. Nolan has basically lived at my house for the last 3 years. We would never do anything to harm him. How are you going to say you would never do anything to harm Nolan, but in the same breath, you're going to just say, you know, worthless blacks. And these worthless blacks are trying to advocate and share Nolan's story. And it's far more, because I've been getting comments from like local people like, stop talking about it. Like there's some other girl, I'll put her right here. There's some other girl who was like, you need to stop talking about this. I went to school with them. Why are we, us strangers, doing more? Advocating more for Nolan than the people, some of the people, not everybody, but some of these people who are commenting and talking crazy on the internet. And then yes, Ike Pyron, who is related to Wyatt Pyron. Yep, that's him. Make it make sense. How are you gonna call us worthless blacks, but in the same breath you're gonna say we would never do anything to Nolan, we care about him, this and that. And I know there's gonna be someone in the comments who, oh my god, you people are just this and that, you're trying to make it all about race, it's not. Let me said, if you wanna like question how real this is, she said, it's his little brother. I have the same screenshot from my daughter's phone. I'm so ready for some justice for Nolan. All I can say is disappointed, but not surprised. These people are unapologetically racist, and everything that is in the dark will come to light.
Listen, I just want to say this. They will literally smile in your face and be cool with you, go fishing with you, but they really don't like you, man. And we really have to understand that. And white people think we don't see that. They think we are not smart enough to understand white supremacy at its finest. You dig what I'm saying? Just because time goes by, that don't mean we do not see the play. And some of our young ones, this is why we have to instill in them. And then we still have to their own experience and what we taught them is going to collide, because a lot of us can't really tell our kids what to look out for. They think we too old. Like, listen, man, everything that is not new under the sun. I've been through these steps before you, son. I'm trying to forewarn you, my son or my daughter. I'm trying to show you the steps. I'm not saying don't be their friends. I'm not saying don't hang out with them. I'm just saying be very cautious. Pay attention to their movements, what they say, how they speak about your own people, and you can really determine really if they are cool or not. Like this at the end of the day, like I tell my son, bro, you are still black, and they're gonna always look at you like that. But he's giving me a pushback. But hey, I love you to death, you my heart. I will kill the world for you. Do you understand me, Omari? But sometimes you may have to learn on your own, brother. I'm here and I pray for you, and I'm gonna keep instilling it into you. But you can only do so much, because once they go to school, once they out with their friends, that's the reality. Everything that you taught them has to kick in right then and there. Everything that we teach our kids, some of us hurt ourselves or blame ourselves for how our kids turned out, but 9 times out of 10, you did all that you could. It was the outside influence that won the war on the influence over your child. Let me pass the mic. Go ahead, love, and then we go to Uncle Charles.
I think most of the time, though, is because they're not actually experiencing it. So they, nah, you might be wrong. And it's just the countdown, really. But I did want to say, why would Nolan stay at their house for 3 years? That would mean that he wasn't at home for 3 years. Because the boy said he lived with us for 3 years. No, he didn't.
Right.
I don't believe he lived with you. Why would he be living with you when he had a house?
And his mother wouldn't mention it, but continue.
Yeah, like that. I mean, well, unless they were fighting or something, I would see why she wouldn't have brought that up. But I don't believe that. Like, you just threw that out there. I mean, not trying to discredit the girl, but I don't even know how real that was, or if that was really him. If someone else did that, but I just don't believe that. When I saw that a couple of days ago, and I was like, he didn't stay at your house. But yeah, I do have a similar situation. My son that I adopted, he ran off with a white girl to Tennessee, and like I told you before, I'm not sitting here wanting anything negative to happen to him, but I've just, as a parent, had to accept whatever is going to happen, because I can't sit here and not get any rest and just be worried all the time. He's grown now, and that's a decision that he made. Now my other one, he's 18, but he's smarter. He don't trust nobody. He don't trust nobody. He don't want to go nowhere with nobody, no none. So I'm 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 good in that area. But all you can do is talk to him. And if you get that like intuition that something just ain't right, he just gonna have to hate you for a minute, because you have to step in and say no.
That's
Because
right.
because if something happened to him, you ain't gonna be able to live with it. So I mean, let him have his fun to a certain extent. But if you get that feeling in your gut, then you need to go get him.
Uncle Charles.
I'm gonna say this, and what she said is it's on the money. All you can do is talk to them. We need to start showing our young people how we was done in the 60s, in the 50s, and the 40s. I challenge everyone in this chat. If you haven't seen these two movies, go get them on. You can watch them on Tubi. I want you to go get this movie, Generation X, and I want you to get this other one called Jasper, Texas. I want you to watch those two. If you haven't watched it, watch it. And do you understand what I'm saying? And she's right. You can only tell them. But look at the framework. They're jealous of us from our head to our feet. Let's not talk about the private parts, because hell, we'll be winning awards all night. We ain't gonna even talk about that. You ain't even, white boy, you ain't even in the game with that deal. So you'll understand watching those two movies. You had the guy on Generation X. He hated black folks to a passion. He woke and he killed two black men in front of his house. They put him in jail. They said, "Hey man, you got to click up with somebody, because you don't need to be in here by yourself." Yeah, I'm all right. Went to the shower, didn't have no clothes on, and them same people that he was running with, talking about they hate brothers, they end up running up in him. His ass was in the infirmary, getting stitched up. Now, what you think about that racism now? You called me a nigga all this time, but when it was booty time, your people that look like you is the one that, and that's what it took to change, when he was violated by his own people. See, we will not stop. We will not surrender. We will not fold. We ain't going nowhere. And we're gonna be up in your goddamn face on your porch. Wherever you go, we go. Whatever you eat, we eat. You gonna get tired of us. You're gonna give it up. Now, goddamn it, you're gonna give it up. Now, this young man got no business being dead. Good looking young man, tall, broad arms, will make any woman a good husband when you get ready to get married and have beautiful black children. We ain't generate our generation. So if that's what you think, you're wasting time. If you don't like what I said, then don't stay here. Go up there to Canada up there. Go. They laws are relaxed up there. You can, up in Canada, you can marry anybody you want to. You can marry your dog, your cat, your coaches. You might well marry them motherfuckers. You might well go ahead and marry them. So we're not going anywhere. You don't burned us, hung us, chased us. We've been ate up by dogs. We don't been done everywhere. Nobody in the world got done like black people. And you're right. I am hostile. I am angry because I know what you did. Go ahead, Mike.
And that's what we have to understand about the Democratic Party. We not voting for them. We are voting for the couch. A lot of these Democrats, they using our struggle, our talking points, our civil rights, our Jim Crow to help out immigrants, and we never going to get anything. So we have to understand that. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to I know this kind of different from what he's saying, but it's similar, because we my point is about that is that if we don't vote Democrat and people want to throw this, oh, this, that, and the third is going to happen, and the Republicans this, that, and the third, this, and the third. What is nothing new that they did to our people? He just said that we survived the most atrocious things you can imagine in America. What they going to do to us that they haven't already done? Leave them Democrats alone. This is just a sidebar, because they're not doing anything for you, foundational Black American. Everything that they are using is our plight, our struggle, our civil rights for immigrants only. And when I say only, that's exactly what it is. And when they get their little tangibles and everything, they don't give us nothing. So we are still fighting on all levels. Y'all better wake the fuck up. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all. I really don't understand. I really don't understand, y'all. If y'all have not woken up, man, please just go to another country and live, because y'all niggas are slow. Wake the fuck up. And then hold on, let me say this real quick, everybody.
Okay.
Some numbers dropped because I said that. That's fine, and I can care less. I Stambos, kick rocks. I'm gonna stand on it, and I back it up with proof. But everybody that said, thank y'all for tuning in again. Please make sure y'all share, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. And if y'all would love to show some love and donate to the platform, please show some love. The link is in the chat, pinned to the top. I will gladly appreciate you. What's going on, love, before I play this video?
Oh, I was just gonna say about what you just said. You gotta look at it like a good cop, bad cop. When a good cop and a bad cop, they conjure up their idea of like, okay, we're gonna go in here, you're gonna play the good cop, I'm gonna play the bad cop, and they're gonna get the same result. And that's the Democrats and the Republicans. They're the same people. They just they're tricking you in, because it doesn't matter who we vote for, we always get the same result. If we vote for Republicans, we're still going to be where we are. If we vote for Democrats, we're still going to be where we are. And I'm not saying that no Black people are affected by anything that Trump is doing, but the mass majority of Black people are not affected by what Trump is doing, because we are always in the same position anyway. So
Well said. Go ahead.
yeah, so you might as well sit on the couch, stay on the couch, because you're gonna get the same result anyway. You see how Trump keeps doing the whole, I'm gonna take all these immigrants from over here and da 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 da. It sounded good at first, but then he stopped, and now he's only taking the Black ones out. So we're still gonna have a whole bunch of people over here taking up all the resources or whatever. So yeah, it's the good cop, bad cop thing. Don't fall for it.
Exactly. Two wings on the same bird flying in the same direction. All right, let me play this. Let's continue. Well said, too.
That's why on day one, I went after her ass, because I knew that she was
Tammy
the fucking
Woodruff.
public enemy #1. You motherfucking clown. You knew it wasn't a drowning on day one. You fucking knew it. And you also are all culpable in 3 other dead fucking Black kids that fucking families don't have answers because of your raggedy fucking ass, bitch. You do not deserve to have a job or a medical license. And I will make sure that you don't have either one of those things going.
That is Tammy Woodruff, a botched piece of crap. No, that's Stacey Turner. I'm sorry, but there's one called Tammy Woodruff. Let's go here. Let's go. Let's play this, and then we do the recap. Hold on, let me. Here we go. Take that off. I got so many windows and stuff, so forgive me, y'all. Got a lot of stuff on here. All right, let's listen to this, man. Please, fair use. Please make sure you go subscribe if you haven't to Willie D. I don't think I ever used his videos before, so this is the first time for everything. But salute to him, even though I question him just a tad bit on certain things, but I got a lot of respect for the legend. Let's get to it.
So what do you think of the narrative being put forth? It's consistent with the narrative. Okay, so it's consistent with as I've read in other articles and other interviews and videos, is that Nolan went to this party with a first group of friends on this first boat. Some of the stories I've seen, there are two kind of narratives out there. One narrative is Nolan decided to stay behind when this first boat was leaving. This first boat seemed to acknowledge it was taking on water. I guess it was a rental boat, and they wanted to get it back to the mainland before they wouldn't be able to. So the first group of friends got on the boat and returned back without Nolan. That's one of the stories I've seen just from reports that have come out from friends, from other young adults that were there. And we can get into why he may have stayed, later. So now, just listening to the audio, there are some things that I notice are there and are not there. The caller seems relatively calm, and you don't hear anything going on in the background. These are all young adults. The reality is a young man is not with us anymore. And if you are unfortunate enough to witness something like that, that is traumatic. I mean, no one's ready for that. And you don't hear anyone fussing in the background. It's a very calm call. It's very quiet, saying, hey, we're taking on water. We're fine. We're coming back. Now, again, I'm not saying you have to accept what's being said, but the way it's being said, I don't know that these young adults, 18, 19-year-olds, and partying, that they are equipped to fabricate a real-time event. And it's consistent with the narrative that the boat was taking on water, had issues, was brought back, docked, was taken out of dock, and then the owner of the boat is also cooperating with law enforcement. So if you are of the belief, if you accept that no one stayed behind, the audio is consistent with that. And if you are unsure, which is very fair, because a lot of the information, evidence has not come out yet. If you're unsure, or if you just don't accept that, if you think he was on the boat, it's such a quiet call that I can't rule anything out. I was not there. I'm an outside observer just like you. I can only, analyze what's we're being fed. And because it's such an emotional event that's occurred, there's a lot of things at play here. Race, age, these are college kids, the community, so many things. I try to strip away the subjective stuff. I just look at it objectively. I try to just analyze it for what we have, not for what we think it is. The call is consistent with one of the narratives.
How come they didn't ask the caller how many people are on the boat? Because that seemed like an obvious question to me. Like, if I'm not even a 911 operator or a boat, marine, a maritime dispatcher, but I would say, well, how many people are on the boat? Because I need to know what kind of boat I need to bring to rescue y'all,
Wait a minute,
right?
Man. And I meant to say this, and I'm gonna be honest. I think that right on time. The commercial's coming. I really think that to me, this is how I feel, and I'm not trying to deter anyone's thoughts, but I think they took so long and they waited to create a 911 call. I think this is post Nolan's death. We cannot trust the system. We have to question everything. Me personally, because they would have mentioned this shit before. But no, me personally, I think that call, that audio, when they spoke to him about the bulge, whatever, pipe busting, this, that, and the third, I don't trust it at all.
Same.
Let's continue.
Is excellent.
Bring it back.
How many people are on the boat? Because I need to know what kind of boat I need to bring to rescue y'all, right?
Great. So your concern is excellent, and it deviates just slightly from what the question would be. The most direct answer to your question, I don't know why dispatch did not ask the question. We're speculating, we can guess. And we're all Monday morning quarterbacking. We can all replay what's happened and say, you could have done this, you should have gone left when you went right. It's very easy for us to do that. I don't know why dispatch didn't ask the persons. What they did ask was, is everyone 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and the 6 or 7 seems to be that number. If it was 6 or 7, depending on if you believe Nolan was there. But was everyone okay? That answer came back, yes, everyone is fine. Now, to your point, maybe they should have asked, how big is the boat? How big is it? What kind of boat you want? On a dinghy. It's like a 4-person dinghy, or we're on a mini yacht or something, or it's a catamaran versus a single hull. But also maybe because they called it in, but ultimately did not receive assistance. Why didn't they receive assistance? A different question. But the boat made it back independently. It was taking on water. It appears, if you accept the call for what it is, they were giving notes. Look, we're having trouble. We're making it back, but we're here. In case the scenario could have been now the boat gets stranded midway, right? And I don't know what the communication systems were on the boat, but those are good questions. Maybe because it's their protocol, because there was no one that was said to be injured or said to be in peril. There was no distress in the call. The dispatchers listening to it like we are, and because they had nothing more that they were asked to do.
Wait. Why did the boat have a problem anyway? All right, this is just my thoughts, just fucking with me, and I'm an overly thinker. Long story short, they made it there comfortably. It wasn't all issues there, but over something when they leaving it behind, over something's wrong with the boat. I don't believe these motherfuckers. I believe they are putting themselves together, putting everything together, and just trying to cover their tracks every way possible. This goddamn 911 call is fake. It's post Nolan's death, everything. And let me just say this real quick, and I press play. I really feel like that with these Caucasians, when they say they don't see race, they really honestly believe that. And when they speak from a genuine place, theirs genuine place, it's a race. It's still racist, if you will, because again, they are unconsciously, it's so embedded and innate. They operate normally. It's like it's a water off a duck's back. So they way of saying I'm genuinely giving you my honest opinion. It still stems from a racist, unconscious racist perspective, and they don't get that, but we see it. Well, I do.
Right? They could have gone. Maybe to say, why didn't they go? You're right. These are kids on a boat. Send someone out anyway, right? That's what we pay tax dollars for. They didn't, and that's a fair question. And it would have helped to answer, was Nolan on the boat or not, right? It's a third party. Without someone else being there, we can't say for sure. Again, if you're questioning what's being given to us so far, we're asking these questions in part now because we've learned someone has passed. Someone's not with us anymore. It's an 18-year-old young man. That's tragic. But if it had just been the boat took on water and got back, and we're not talking about it today, maybe no one questions why more wasn't done, because it wasn't given as an emergency situation.
Yeah, and we're gonna have, there's gonna be many questions regarding the audio in the coming days. So I don't want to belabor this. Let's get into the GPS data.
In the Nolan Wells case we've been following.
Yeah, our CBS News partners revealing some new GPS data from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources, tracking the movements of the boat Nolan Wells was on before he disappeared July 4th.
Will Polston joins us now live from the boat launch with more details. Good morning to you, Will.
Hey, good morning, Bill and Brandy. Good morning, everybody joining us at home. That's right. The Mississippi Department of Marine Resources releasing the GPS data of where the boat that Nolan Wells was on July 4th and its whereabouts on that day, just to kind of narrow down that timeline a little bit more. Here's what we know from the data. 9:56 a.m., the boat left land and then went towards Horn Island, which had arrived around 11:14 a.m. Then the GPS data says that the boat left the island around 4:31 p.m. before traveling into Fort Bayou and returning to the dock at 6:06. Later that night, the boat went to the boat launch here at Fort Bayou and was pulled out of the water and taken back to the owner's home in Biloxi. Now, a DMR report also says that the owner of the boat, his mother, and one other person with Wells are all cooperating with the investigation. Now, this doesn't necessarily point to one person or point to anything in particular, but now there's concrete evidence of when and where the boat was at what times. We have heard reports that the boys left the island right around at 4:30, and now that's starting to, that is being backed up now. We'll see exactly what this does for the investigation as time continues. Live in Ocean Springs, Will Polson, WLOX News Now.
Knock, knock.
Now, y'all can see that I was on point, knowing exactly where they went to. I'm not saying I'm the first one, but I say I was. Kiss all of my ass. Let's continue.
You just heard the report about the GPS. How important is the GPS data to the investigation?
I think no matter what is important, it's important because we're still establishing credibility of everyone involved. We're still establishing consistently of what's been told to authorities as we're going on. So whether or not, even if, again, as I said before, even if we maintain, if you choose to believe Nolan wasn't on the first boat, we want to know everyone's being honest, everyone's being forthright. And it's important because, if you are found to lie about one thing, you'll lie about anything else, right? And so it helps to corroborate and to establish who we're dealing with in addition to what did or did not happen. So I think it's really important.
Okay, so the sheriff, John Ledbetter, he immediately said on the same day that Nolan's body was recovered that he suspected no foul play. Does that seem a little suspicious to you? Because I hear this oftentimes in cases specifically like this, where you have Black people who end up dead, and it's suspicious. It's a suspicious situation where somebody can say, well, they probably committed suicide or it was an accident. And even when Black people are hung, they say immediately, we don't suspect any foul play. Why do they? If saying we don't suspect foul play is not suspicious, it shouldn't give you pause to trust the authorities. Why don't they ever say we suspect foul play first? Why do they immediately say we don't suspect foul play, but they don't immediately say we don't suspect foul play?
Yeah, that's a really fair question, and I agree.
Let me back up. They say we don't. They say we immediately. They say we don't suspect foul play, but they don't immediately say we suspect foul play.
Yeah, I agree with you on this point. I always maintain law enforcement should be held to a higher standard. We're dealing with children who are the witnesses, who are the friends. We're dealing with parents who are grieving. We're dealing with civilians who are not trained. We approach them. We still want them to be honest, but we approach them with a certain level of expectation. Then you have professionals. This is your job, officer, deputy. This is what you do. And before we even get into the race component, which is important, you understand, first of all, you understand someone has passed away. You have a grieving family. You have students who are involved. You don't know what's happened yet. Secondly, this has gotten a certain level of attention and you are being scrutinized. And thirdly, the reality is there is a young man who is dead, who is Black, and many of his friends and others are white. And people are going to look at that. And as law enforcement, you have to be aware of that. And you have to at least be respectful, acknowledge that these factors are in play. I think it was, at best, it was sloppy, but I think it was reckless how premature he was to make that call. Whether that turns out to be an official determination or not, we're not there yet. And we can still criticize that when we get there, but I agree with you. I think he should have been more open to all possibilities. And the best answer would have been, to your point, not even to say we suspect foul play or we don't suspect it, but We don't know. Everything is at play. Everything's available here. This could be a homicide. This could be a cover-up. This could be an accident. But we don't know. And to say one against the other is disrespectful to Nolan, to the family, to the Black community, right? Because we're all watching this. We all.
I'm almost irritated. What's your thoughts? Start with you, and then we go to Uncle Charles. What's your thoughts about this? What he's saying, this conversation.
Yeah, I had it on mute, but I'm over here like, oh, don't put us in it, because we do think this is, he trying to make it look like to say one is over the other. No, we know something happened, and we do see. You guys thought that we were gonna think, oh, dang, that's sad. Did you hear about the boy that drowned? No, when stuff doesn't sound right. And they watch all these channels because they want to see what we know so they can go try to clean it up and make it, make sense on their end.
Right.
But after, they saw that we didn't believe it, that's when they came up with the stories, and it was too obvious. The phone call, the mysterious phone call. You know how usually on the news when something like that happens, they play the 911 calls and stuff. Why didn't they do that immediately? Why did it have to be after they saw us bitching online that, oh, there's a call. They did call for help, and then what did you call for if everybody was okay? And I don't believe, because they had this planned. It was July 4th. So, they check boats and everything before they leave. Nobody's going to go out on a boat that they haven't checked and seen if everything was all right, because they don't want to get stuck or stranded out there. So that there's nothing wrong with the boat. It was something wrong with the stuff you was doing on the boat. There was no call. There was no call, and there was nothing wrong with the boat. I bet you there was nothing wrong with that boat.
Uncle Charles.
Now that right there, I couldn't have said it no better. I ain't gonna even try to mess with that right there. Let me tell y'all something. We all got sons. We are all protective parents. A white man been messing this world up since the beginning of time, and we've been the ones to clean it up. I tell you, Mike, it's no prolific. You can not point at one black man that been a prolific killer in this country or in this world. It's not in our nature. In our nature now, I'm not saying it don't happen, to harm women or children. It's not in our nature to do that. We either messed up off drugs or we don't lost our mind, because a black man with a mind is going to protect his family. This is some bull. This is some bull, because you're going to tell me that we don't investigate drowning. I'll be goddamn if you don't. He dead. How the hell you don't investigate a drowning? See, this is I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to stand mute. I'm going to stand mute until you come back around to me. Jeffrey Dahmer was eating his way through society. He ate all them brothers and them brown brothers. But as soon as he ate one white boy, we got to go up there and get this nigga. This nigga, he going to eat the whole neighborhood. Go get him. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Right.
They been able to do everything. That boy had to shoot out down there in Dallas. The police chief supposed to get a negotiate with him where he can stop shooting. Oh, not that black chief. He was doing what the white police officer told him. Go get the robot, go get the bomb. And they blew his ass up. They went past policy. When it comes to us, the laws are not for black people. These laws are for white people. It's just you violate them, and your ass get the brunt of it. And I stand mute till you come back to me.
Yeah, I was looking for that video because I had it. I played it before, and I'm trying to look for it now, of the Coast Guard when he said when he seen his body wash up on the shore, and that I forgot the term something log. I forgot, but basically insinuating what he saw is that it will be. He determined by looking at him that there's no water in his lungs. I forgot the term. I forgot.
Isn't it waterlogged?
Waterlogged. I got the log right. I got the log right. So, but if anybody can find that video, I'm trying to multitask and I'm trying to find a video. I have something else But I don't think that's it. Let me just try it. Since I have it, if anybody can find that video real quick, because I'm only gonna be here for the next 20, maybe 15, 20 minutes or less. Let me play it real quick. This is not the person, but if anybody can find it, just please DM me it, whatever. Just see what you can do. Or put the link in the chat. Let me know you put the link in the chat and I'll just click on it if y'all can do me that solid. Thank you in advance. So let's see. Let me see this. I haven't watched this. Let's see what the fuck they talk about, man. Real quick. And then
we haven't talked about it yet. In fact, right before we came on, right before we hit record, you and I were talking about what Sheriff Ledbetter had said about not rushing this investigation. And you were going into it. I was like, wait, save it for camera. Why do you think that? Let's start there. Why do you think it's so important for this statement to come out for the sheriff to say we don't want to rush ourselves? But
no, man, I'm not going through.
Even though it didn't come out till the weekend of July 4th, was actually taken a week or so earlier. There is some question with that recording about who is arguing with who about wanting their.
We way past that.
Well, that's an excellent question, and it really depends on the integrity and the quality of persons involved in the independent investigation. I mean, Benjamin Crump is very eminent, and
you know what turns me out, like, I mean, I don't hate everybody, but just when I see these type of people, especially speaking on our situation, it does something to my spirit. I just can't listen that much unless they really saying something concrete, not just because I want them to say what I want to hear. It's just that, like, man, please, man, they like, and these are emotional beings, man. They will see us hurting and crying, and they would just be mute like a robot, and it almost like energizes them. You know how when you go to them town meetings, the city hall meetings or whatever, and they telling the commission, the commissioner, or whatever, the law legislator or whatever, or apologists are sitting around and shit like that, and they saying all the things that's happened, and they child was murdered and saw for someone, and they pleading to do something about the case, and they just sitting there with a straight face while this lady is breaking down. There's no justice, and all right, assuming that 3 minutes is up, because they always time you. All right, you're finished, ma'am. It's like emotional. I can't do it, man. I'm sorry, but let me do the recap. Fuck it. Let me do the recap, because I've been here long enough, and everybody, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all ain't have to. Do me a favor again. Please share this live. Please hit that like button. Let's go to my. Matter of fact, if I do another, let me do this first recap. Let me play this, because this judge. Let me play this, and then I get to the recap. Check it out. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, y'all. I'm gonna play just. Let's give it 5 to 10 minutes, because he goes in. Let me skim it.
Relate to the Nolan Wells investigation. Go ahead and tag your friends, your loved ones, people that you know are done in regards to search warrants and arrest warrants and proper investigations and how the court process normally works. And so we want to give you the benefit of our experience and our education tonight. And so yes, let's get people on in. I see 200 of you have joined us. Constantly update you on what I see is going right and what I see is continually going wrong. And so let's just jump right in, and people can go back and review it if they missed the very beginning. So much has transpired. So we are now on day 11 since the disappearance of Nolan Wells. Day 11, and there has still been no arrest. To me, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable, because we know on day 1, had there been 3 young black men to return to the mainland from an island, and 1 white young man left there who disappeared, who died under suspicious circumstances, we know within 1 day of beginning an investigation, with all the suspicious activity that we know that have occurred here, if it occurred in that situation, we know that there would have been arrest. by now. So it's still unacceptable to me that no arrests at all have been made for any particular crime. And I've laid out a litany of potential crimes that members of law enforcement, if they were doing their jobs unbiasedly and thoroughly, could have made by now, but they refused to do so. Sheriff John Ledbetter, who I'm sure was watching my live on Sunday night, had the audacity to say on Monday that he was not going to be rushed. Well, we're not asking you to be rushed. It's day 11. You've been slow long enough. You need to do your job expeditiously, just like you would do if it was a white person that was found dead under suspicious circumstances. We're asking for you to simply to do it like you normally would do it. And you can't tell me that it's not normally done that way, because I know how it's normally done. I've seen it done too many times when I wore the black robe and sat on the bench in Mississippi in two jurisdictions. They could have selected anybody to be their judge, their first black judge in Clarksdale or their first black judge in Grenada on the municipal bench. But they selected me for a reason. And neither jurisdiction asked me to leave. They desired me to stay. Neither one ever asked me to leave. They thought I did a great job, and the citizens were very happy with my performance. And so, John Ledbetter, I am happy that you have finally asked the FBI to come in and help with the investigation. That's a step in the right direction. So I am man enough to tell you when you're doing something right, but when you're doing something wrong, I'm going to tell you that as well. So in my humble opinion, you made a step in the right direction to bring the FBI in to investigate it. Now, I don't know why it took you 9 days to figure that out, that you would need the FBI, but somehow, some way, a light bulb finally magically appeared, and you have done the right thing in that instance. And so we are grateful for that. I mentioned on Sunday during my live that we needed to hear from the district attorney, Angel Miles Myers McGrath. We had not heard a peep from her all of last week and since the person had died. We called for her to do an investigation, and all of a sudden, her name comes up on Monday. She's working along with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department doing an investigation. So the family has been calling for transparency all this time, so I don't know why you would keep them in the dark last week that you were doing an investigation when somebody who knows how it's done calls you out on Sunday night, early one Monday morning, you decide to tell everybody that you're doing an investigation. So thank you, DA McGrath. We've been wondering what you have been up to the past few days. So now we know. And we also gave a deadline. We said that we needed to know some things by today, by Wednesday, or we would be calling for certain things. And we would descend in Jackson County on Saturday if we didn't have certain answers by today. I'm from Moss Point, Mississippi, in Jackson County, Mississippi. And folks know I almost quit school because I don't play. School had recess. I do not play. I don't even play the radio. Those folks know me. They know me well. And if I say it, I mean it. And so I see today, not only that she had announced earlier this week that she was going to work with, or was working with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department, she met with the family and their counsel and gave them an update. And
I did look it up. I just want to say this. Hold on 1 second. Somebody said it doesn't. Listen, it is what it is. You got to get it how you live. It doesn't negate the fact, but we have to keep it 100. Let me just highlight this real quick. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where you at? Because you said something. Oh, right here. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I did look it up. It says the judge tried to steal over $300,000. Look it up. Now, I just looked it up. Now, this does not negate the fact of what he's doing. So salute. But let me play this for you.
In December 2024, former Mississippi judge and attorney Carlos Moore was suspended from practicing law for 1 year over his handling of a $300,000 wrongful death settlement. Instead of setting up a proper estate account, he deposited the funds into his firm's client trust account and paid the deceased's mother the entire remaining balance, failing to notify the deceased's incarcerated brother of his share of the money.
Damn. Hey, do Uncle
So
Charles, one of y'all have anything to say about that?
so
Oh no.
what?
Right.
So what? I mean, first of all, we got these people doing this every day. That's why they got
Right.
more money than most of us. I feel like every time somebody black comes out to do something for one of our people, we got a whole bunch of our people bashing that person. And the only reason why I don't say nothing about Ben Crump, whatever his history is because he's drawn attention to this. And
That's
that's
right.
all I care about. That's all I care about. I don't care about his scams. I mean, get your money, Judge. They do it all the time. They
Exactly.
do it all the time. We don't even need to be talking about that. We need to be
Right.
talking about Nolan.
Now, and I'm the reason why, and this is another good thing why I'm making this statement right now, and I play that because at the end of the day, they protect their killers, they
Mm-hmm.
murderers, they white kids when they murder people like Nolan Wells and Daniel Irvin and so many cases. So y'all protect y'all own and y'all do so much
Mm-hmm.
of thievery and literally get away with it. So we're gonna protect our own as well. And look at this person right here. I would like for you to get on the panel because to me, I can guarantee you are an Anglo-Saxon and you came here to distract. And I purposely did this on purpose. So if you want the attention, here it is. Do you want to get on the panel and have a conversation? Because we know you white. So just let me know. I'll put the link in there and we can have a respectful conversation, not a confrontational, none of that. Nobody ain't trying to, fight, but let's talk about it. Do you want to have a conversation? D, hit them hard, whatever. Google is your friend. I already played it. You must be special. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. Uncle Charles, you have anything to add to that before I continue to press play?
Yeah, I'm gonna add something really quick.
Go ahead, King.
In order to know what a serial killer is, you have to look at his pattern. Look at white people's pattern, how they handle black people. Now you got a boy, a young brother in his own apartment, and he gets shot by a police officer
Emmer Geiger.
that don't even live there. I'm coming to a point. Don't even live there. She said she was tired. She was overworked. When she knew she stayed on the 4th floor and that brother stayed on the 3rd floor.
Right.
And she said she was tired. Yeah, that's what you said. But you weren't tired when you pull your funky ass on the side of the road talking to another officer about the freaky dicky you did the other night. You weren't tired for that. But that ain't the killing part, y'all. That ain't the killing part. We got a Texas judge, black American judge, gets off her chair and hand the killer her own personal Bible. And then the bailiff was stroking her hair. What the hell is going on here? Is this the goddamn Twilight Zone? This is a convicted murderer. How you giving her a Bible? We need to watch out for these people too. Because don't think we just going to have to battle these people. We're going to have to battle our own people too. Because some people don't give a damn. Why should I apologize for being a goddamn victim? I'm the victim. You want to hit me in my goddamn head with a steel pipe, but don't worry about it. Hit me again. Because if you hit me again, I ain't going to do is say, I forgive you. You want to knock me the fuck out, then go ahead. But we should not feel sorry because we the victims. This is the same thing they have been doing for years. I'm going to violate you, and you're going to like it, and you're going to know it. We are not, we got to stop apologizing. We apologize to white folks too much. We apologize too much. Like I said, it got me so upset. Go ahead, Mike. I'm just saying.
You good. Just by you saying Emmer Geiger, and made me look up a case to see if she's still free. By the way, for those who don't know, I seen people in the chat. It's not Dallas, Texas. It's Gatesville, Texas, and she is serving an 8-year sentence, and she is up for parole in October of 2026. Let's continue.
Told them that she will be presenting all of the evidence to a Jackson County grand jury. That is a step in the right direction. But is it a step in the right direction because we had to call her hand? Had she planned to do that all along? I had the unfortunate experience of meeting the DA, McGrath, back in 2019 when I was a partner with the Cochran firm. And Toussaint Diamond Sims was killed by a Morris Point Police Department officer on August the 8th, 2019. It was caught on video. There were several witnesses that said that young man had nothing in his hands when he was shot 5 times in the back by that Morris Point cop. 5 times in the back, nothing in his hands. DA McGrath presented all that evidence, overwhelming evidence, and she still could not secure an indictment of that officer in Jackson County. So before everybody goes and starts singing her praises, let's make sure she's not going to do another sham presentation to the grand jury. And we know that you can present things to various grand juries until you get an indictment. It's mighty funny that the regular saying is you can indict a ham sandwich. With all that evidence, after someone was killed in 2019, and I happened to represent the family at that time as a partner in the Cochran firm, and I met with her as well as the family, similar to what happened today, so I've been through that process with her. She will offer you sweet tea. She's a nice, good Southern belle, but can she get you justice? We're not going to sleep on you, Angel, excuse me. We're not going to sleep on you. This time, we expect you to present the evidence in a manner like you present it in other situations, that you can secure an indictment or indictments. I do know you don't have to be indicted for anything to be arrested. All of this evidence is out there now. It should have been presented to a judge by now. Some of it for probable cause to make some arrest. Some of it to get the search warrants. I am not about any dilatory tactics. You're not going to punt the ball and put it on the grand jury. Certain folks need to be arrested now if there's so much evidence. Evidently, there's enough evidence for the FBI to now be involved. Evidently, there's enough evidence now for the DA to announce that she's going to present things to the grand jury. There's nothing to present to a grand jury if there's an accidental drowning. An accidental drowning under no suspicious circumstances would not require a presentation to a grand jury, and the DA could make that call herself. So evidently, there's something not clean in the milk. There is something not clean in the milk, and they know it. But yet and still, because of privilege or whatever, there has been no arrest, and we are day 11 post July the 4th, when Nolan Wells was first reported missing. Now, I'm the people's judge, and I shoot it to you straight with no chaser. That is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. You think we're going to sing your praises because you put on a dog and pony show. You can say the right thing. You can be courteous. But the Mississippi I know, the Jackson County I know, they will smile in your face and serve you 2 glasses of sweet tea and still stab you in the back. I can talk about them because that's where I'm from. And you can see why I have no plans to return to live there.
Do me a favor, Queen B. D hit him hard. He said, I tried to tell him to get up on the panel. He's saying he can't because he's at the gym, but you still up there typing but won't get on and speak. I don't know who you think you is, but we don't want you in this group. Do me a favor, please. Headshot, meaning snipers. Get him up out of here. Block him, please. Thank you. Let's continue.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm not going to play nice. I told you, I know these folks, and I know how they operate. Don't let their kindness, don't let them kill you with kindness. We are going to keep our feet on their necks. We're going to keep our feet on their necks. We're going to keep applying pressure because this is what pressure brings results. Pressure bursts pipes. The FBI, we expected them to do their jobs. We know that they work under a Justice Department now that leaves a lot to be desired. That's now run by an acting attorney general that used to be Trump's personal lawyer. I believe he was up for confirmation today. I hadn't had time to decipher if he's been confirmed or not. So I would hope, back in the day, the FBI was not politicized. They did their jobs as professionals, regardless of what party was in power in the White House. I would hope that that's the case in this instance. But I'm continuing to watch and pray. I heard Attorney Crump mention that Nolan Wells' cell phone will be jointly examined by his independent person as well as the state's investigators simultaneously, is what I understood it to be. I think that's very wise, because you do not want to give that cell phone with all this valuable information to those folks unsupervised. So I'm happy to see they've worked a solution in that instance, because that is very, very valuable information that both sides need as part of the investigation. So there's been a lot of talk about the chief Mississippi medical examiner, Stacey Turner. You may recall there was a body found at Delta State of a black boy hung in a tree not too long ago, and she did not find any foul play. So that's the same person who has done the autopsy for the state in this instance. So I see why Attorney Crump and the family have an independent person doing the autopsy. And I happen to know a very good pathologist who's a good friend of mine in Washington, D.C. And if rumor is correct, he may have been the one selected to do the independent autopsy. So I have every bit of confidence in that young man, and I know that he will get down to the bottom of the truth. And if he says it, you can take it to the bank. You can take it to the bank. I'm concerned that since no one has been officially declared to be suspects, but the case is now serious enough for the FBI to be brought in, for the DA to be looking into it and agreeing to present all the evidence to a grand jury, that there evidently are people still of interest that may become suspects, but they are giving them too much time, too much freedom. The normal thing would be to arrest them and to set bail so that they would not be flight risk. I will say that again, so that they would not be flight risk. You have people, just from what the media has been sharing, that may be very well off. And we on day 11. Are we giving them time to escape the country? Have their passports been confiscated? If these folks leave this country and never return, they flee to a country where they do not extradite them back to the United States, that will stink to high heaven. And the people in charge would have been complicit, because if they have not considered that, I'm here to put them on notice as a former judge in Mississippi. You have to think about the flight risk. You have to think about the danger to the community. Do not allow anyone that's of interest to you at this time that may become suspects to leave this country and get away with whatever offense that the evidence may lead to. That is unacceptable. And we're never going to let you live that down if that happens, because you've been warned. First of all, you've been called out because you know better. You know the rules when the races are reversed. That's why you immediately arrest and have some control so the person won't get away and flee. Cops have been even known to shoot folks in the back. Just like I told you about the Diamond 2 son. He was running from the cops. And instead of letting him get away, shot in the back 5 times. And multiple witnesses said he had nothing in his hand. The Video footage from the body camera showed nothing in his hand. And yet and still she can secure an indictment for that. Killed somebody graveyard dead while they ran away. But here we day 11 and they trying to cross every T and dot every I and allowing folks to do whatever they want to with some of this evidence. Has the boat been seized? Have you even presented evidence to a judge to at least seize that boat for any substance? We need answers. And it's just as easy to do a drive-by. The Facebook detectives can give me that answer. Drive by the house again and tell me if that boat's still out there. Is there any yellow tape or has it been secured? I'm the people's judge and the people deserve to have answers. We have the court of public opinion. And right now, in the court of public opinion, the state of Mississippi is losing. The people are demanding a thorough investigation. And they are demanding that justice be dealt swiftly, just as it would have been done had the roles been reversed. Besides the people that were identified in the photo, besides the young lady of interest, the girlfriend, a potential person he may have been interested in, what are the names of the friends who had the other boat? I have never heard those names come forward. Are those persons of interest?
Excuse me, y'all. If you seen it going out of sync, is because I'm adding more videos to it. So I'm almost done with adding some updated videos right now, or some other videos that is relevant. So if you see it going out of sync, is because I'm adding more videos. So that's just how it is. But let's continue, y'all. It's shit. He's almost finished now. Damn. Okay.
Are those persons of interest? So I stopped by here tonight to tell you what I see as positives and to tell you what I still see as negatives. And unfortunately, the negatives continue to be in the forefront of my mind. They're still not doing enough. It's still not parallel to how a normal investigation goes. It's still not parallel. They have made some progress, but it's still not equal. And I don't accept second best. I do not accept second best.
Oh, that's the end of it. But check this one out. This just happened on this is some hours ago on this dude, Don Lemon.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on Horn Island, but I do know that the investigation since is lacking, and I think it's disrespectful to the family and to the public.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem here, is that the investigators did not treat this with the ferocious seriousness it deserved. Like right off the bat, why did it take Nolan's mom's Life 360 tracking to get the phone? Why did it take Nolan's family to go retrieve the phone from the kids? And it's like one of these things where it's like, why wasn't the phone broached? From my understanding and from what I've seen in your reporting, the phone wasn't just like voluntarily given, it wasn't like they called up the mom and said, we have your son's phone. There was all of this investigation that Nolan's mom, Christine, had to do, and that Elmore had to do, the dad. And it's like, why is that the case? And then there's the contradictions where they say he went off with a young woman who, he said he wanted to spend time with her, but then she said, oh no, he went back to the boat. And then now this morning we're getting this new audio that's released. Did you see that? NBC News, and it's like, they were taking on water at one moment. Why didn't we hear that earlier on in the investigation? And then meanwhile, these investigators my biggest problem is they tried to characterize it before we even had any information, right? But before the public knew anything, before they were trying to identify this as, oh, he made a choice to leave and then it was a drowning. How can you as the sheriff make a determination that it was a drowning before you've run a thorough investigation, before you even had the GPS data that we have today, before you have any information? So I really think the investigators dropped the ball and they earned the distrust that the family feels towards them right now.
Now, as everything that we just watched, I'm gonna play a couple of more videos, and then I'm going to do the recap, the street view. So, starting with you, love, what's your thoughts on what we just heard from the judge, what you heard now? And then I have a follow-up question for both of y'all. What's your thoughts on what we just finished seeing with Judge Moore and what you heard here, which is we already knew, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, the same thing I said earlier. I feel like they're gonna fight until the end. And when I say they, I mean them. They're
Right.
not. They can't let us know their secret. You know, the thing that they've been doing for all these years, like as if we didn't already know. So we can keep saying, why didn't they do this? Or how come this is we know why they didn't do this. You know, because they're getting sloppy though, because they've gotten away with it for so long. And now that we have social media and you didn't got black people on the case, I mean, it's gonna be hard for you to get out of all of the stuff. We got questions, and I know they're gonna do the same thing that they did with the Kanika Jenkins. They're gonna listen to what we're saying and they go, oh, okay, yeah. Now do this. You know, try to hurry up and clean up what we have questions about. But we always one step ahead, because if stuff don't make sense to us, then we got another question after that. So
Right. Uncle Charles. He probably taking a sip of some moonshine. Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna say this to you and this sister here, and I want everybody to listen to what I'm telling you. Mississippi, you playing a dangerous game. If you don't know, I want you to look at the riots out there in L.A. That's something that only happens once and maybe twice in a lifetime. You are playing a dangerous game. Some white people didn't even have nothing to do with what happened to what name?
In LA riots.
Yeah, had nothing to do with it. But their ass still got whooped by a tortoise dude. You no, you didn't do anything, but since your ass is here, we're gonna go ahead and fix you on up.
Right, tune right on up. Mm-hmm.
You're playing a dangerous game. You cannot eat while black. You can't take a dump while black. You can't run while black. You can't vote while black. Goddamn, you can't even have a goddamn headache. Nigga, give me the headache. You can't even have a goddamn headache.
Word.
Leave us alone. We're not bothering you. I don't want to eat none of your damn washed down potatoes or your goddamn mac and cheese, because I got to think it's something in that shit. No, leave us alone. We need t-shirts. Put it on the front of your t-shirt. Leave us alone. Please. We're not bothering you. Go ahead, Mike.
Nolan Wells accidentally drowned, allegedly, not only him on July the 4th. He was not the only one on July the 4th. Look at Deion Walton, but he was in Alabama. And he was with predominantly white. Well, the school he attended is predominantly white. The football team is predominantly white. Maybe he's at 2% black, because that's all the school have, for 2% black, okay? The coaches is at the top and all white. He was with his football team and the coaches. They were celebrating on July the 4th at a community lake. When someone decided, let's have a swim race in the lake to the little island. But somehow in the middle of that swim race, Deion went down and was hollering, saying, he need help, 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 I'm cramping. But when the football team called itself turning back around, they couldn't find him. They said he went under too fast. They don't know where he went. They couldn't find him.
Yeah, that don't even make sense right there. You know what I mean? That's how short this video is. But damn, man, I think I heard about this case. Yeah. Wish I thoughts on this, and let me this is the second question I wanted to pose to y'all. Now, before there's video that when they asked the parents, do they consider this racially based, basically, and they didn't really look at it as such. What's your thoughts on that briefly, starting with you, love, and then Uncle?
Um, like I said before, they are taking out our athletes. And I think because of what she just described, he had a leg cramp and he went down. That's all the parents are listening to, and that's why it's not racially motivated to them. But we have to start, using the same cheat code that they use. They've been winning because they use the cheat code. They stick with their people no matter what, and they've turned even the foreigners that look like us against us because they know we're influential. And if it was enough black foreigners over here, they would band with us, and it would be even more of us over here. So they turn. You see how that guy came in and said something about the judge, and he wanted us all to be like, "Oh, what? I'm not
Right.
backing him," because it's so easy. That's been happening so easy. As soon as a black person, because a black person follow the rules,
Right.
we don't back up people who are doing wrong. So it's been easy to get us like that, but we got to stop that. I don't care if what he did. We'll handle it later. We need to stop condemning our own because they don't do it. And this is the reason why they're banding together and they stick together for so long because they don't care what their people do. Now we can care what our people do, but nobody else got to know about that. Because we do need to start sticking together. We ready to turn on somebody for the smallest thing and take the focus off of where it needs to be. I'm kind of disappointed that the parents is not. I know that everything is not racially motivated, but right now, look how many of us is getting taken out. You don't think your son was included in that? You know,
And not to cut you off, and I apologize for that, but I have not once heard them even say, and this is not to bash them in any kind of way, bars, but everything that we're saying, they have not mentioned that. Even though I know that Ben Crump has. And you know what? Let me tread carefully because I understand that he's speaking for them.
mm-hmm.
So I'll take that back. Go ahead, continue.
Wait, he hasn't said what?
No, basically
Oh,
that other examples of people being killed because Ben Crump is basically insinuating that this is racially based without saying it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why I'm saying he's speaking for them. So if it don't come out their mouth, he's
Mm-hmm.
speaking it for them. So that's why I just recanted everything I said. But you can
Yeah.
continue. Then we go to Uncle Charles.
Yeah, with Nolan's parents, I would understand why they don't want to say it. They might say it with their doors closed, but
Right.
they don't want to say it out loud. But because they still got another son too that they got to worry about.
Right. I'm not even going to play this video right here because she says certain things. I mean, I understand what she's saying, but I'm not even going to play it. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But I just on that part, we do need to stick together and stop just listening to them. They're the ones who sold us our history, which wasn't even true. Sold us their religion, which wasn't even true. So we need to stop just letting them tell us anything, and then we just ready to turn on our own people for it.
Uncle Charles.
She's 100% right. You can't beat that with a stick. But I'm gonna tell you something. I want to talk to the mothers with sons. If you got a son still living at home, once he become grown, listen to me very carefully. I'm talking to the mothers with sons. It's gonna come a time you're gonna tell him, put your belt on before he walk out that door.
Yeah.
I want to meet her. You're gonna miss that. These parents are devastated, and they're being talked to. Not to say anything about it being racist, but we all know what it is. We all know what it is. It's amazing to me that I've been living in this world all this time, and I still got to question where I go. It is crazy. Wait a minute. Now, who made the earth? Who made the heavens and earth? Well, God made it. So how in the hell can you tell me where to go? How in the hell can you tell me what's right and what's wrong? And you didn't create me. How? So I say this. You're playing a dangerous game. You better find out who did it. You better give it up. Because see, in a way, God is real strategical when he does. He'll make somebody tell the truth and they won't even know it. This is not a game. This is not a game. I got a son in there, 20 years old. I'm going to protect him with my life. And that's going to happen. So you got sons too, Mike. You're going to protect them. It's the way it is. How many times this got to keep happening before we take action? Now, I'm not saying violence. I'm not saying that. But how much can I take? If you kick me in my ass over 100 times, it must be, I must like it. Because goddamn, you did it 100 times. But we don't like being kicked. We don't like being stomped. And those Asians down in Atlanta had that parlor down in Atlanta. White boy rolled up, killed everybody in there. And what did Joe Biden do? He went up in the office and wrote an anti-Asian bill. Where is our bill that protects not African American, but FBA's foundational Black American? Because if you look on some people's birth certificate, it say Negro. It don't say African American. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, mine says Negro.
Now, they like, because a lot of them know that a lot of us don't swim or can't swim. I know I can't, so I'm a prime example. And invite their friends to water rafting or going swimming, going out on a lake and stuff like that. You know, just like that kid that was on the side, like in the water with the life jacket on, and those white people like on those little surfboards and shit like that, and you can hear his friends talking about your father in jail and
Marquise.
like really, what was his name?
Marquise.
You know what I mean? So that's another example right there that could have been another murder, and he said, "I'm never coming. I'm never doing this again." You know what I mean? So my point is that they know these things and they put them in those situations to whereas they can let them drown or forcefully drown them and give the excuse that they did drown. You understand what I'm saying? Because it fits the narrative that we can't swim. So they, it may be over the top that you're like, oh, you're reaching. No, I'm not reaching. It's a strategic move that these people do. So yeah. So I just wanted to say that, man. Yeah. So here's the recap. And I'm gonna make this brief. Everybody that's here, please again make sure that you share this live. If you're new to this to this channel, please make sure that you share and subscribe and all of that stuff. And again, if y'all would love to donate to the platform, I don't really ask y'all too much, but if y'all would love to show some love and donate to the platform, the link is right there in the chat pinned. You know what I mean? I would gladly appreciate y'all. All right. So again, all right. So he left Horn Island. And he went home first. They went to where they docked before they left. So let me just read this. Hold on. It's real brief, just for clarity and context, right? So the vessel left a dock approximately 9:56 a.m. that morning and arrived at Horn Island 11:14 a.m. Let's skip down to the next paragraph, if you will. According to the GPS data, the boat left Horn Island at 4:31 p.m. and returned to its original departure dock. When you look at the video, when the lady says that, you can see when they actually saying when it returned to its original dock, it shows El Camino Real Road. So that's why we at that particular street, because that's where they originally departed from. Okay. And traveled to the Fort Bayou around 5:52 p.m. before returning to the original departure dock, which is El Camino Real Road, at 6:06 p.m. And then later that evening, returned to the Fort well, excuse me, not returned, but later that evening, the boat went to the Fort Bayou boat launch at 7:19. All right, so I just want to give that context. Now let's go through everything that they what we just read. This is where the original departure location is here. Either it's here, because all of it is the same neighborhood, or here on Patu Road, right here, because I seen this on their like one of the news videos and stuff about this, and I kept seeing this right here. So that's why when I seen it, I'm like, this is exactly what they're talking about. So either they over here, we're gonna go through that same path again. So I'm gonna go here again. They come all the way up here and head here. I'm gonna do that again because I seen this road. So they had to depart from here. That's my thoughts, or here. But long story short, okay. Once they left the island, they came back here. So either over here, all right? And around 5:52, they went to the Fort Bayou. Damn, bars again. I'm in barring tonight. So the old Fort Bayou. So, and he returned at 6:06. So this is what they did. They left from here, wherever, just this location here, came here. They probably dumped stuff in the water, evidence, so forth, so on, and turned their ass back around, because that's 14-minute difference. That's a 14-minute window. When they left at 5:50, 5:52, they came down here. Boom, and they had to start dumping stuff or whatever. These are all allegations. All allegations, but it has some validity to it. So they came down this way, probably start dumping stuff, then turned back around, because to me, I need to check out the distance. That's what I need to do. And I'm gonna do that. Let me fuck it. I don't want to leave no dead spaces. So to me, I feel like that they didn't come this far here, which is the Fort Bayou boat launch. This is it right here. I think if I'm guesstimating, if they went all the way down here and then turn back around, you would not make it back in 14 minutes. So I believe, again, all allegations, when they left around 5:52 p.m., they went down this way to the old Fort Bayou or the Fort Bayou, same thing, and dump things into the ocean or whatever. Again, guesstimating, or this my accusations. Get rid of evidence, and then turned their ass back around and got back at 6:06. Cleaned up. Remember those people. These are all allegations that they said they cleaning off a boat around 3, 4 something in the morning. But let me think about that. If they said it was 4 in the morning, follow me. I didn't lose track of what I was saying. But if they say it was 3 something in the morning, then it would have to be over here, because the GPS from the boat says it returned to Biloxi after 7:19. So again, all allegations, but I believe every word that I'm saying. So y'all take it with a grain of salt. So when they returned at 6:06, they whatever they was doing, talking to Ashley Cole. Hey Judge, what's up, Benjamin? What's up, family? And let me not, y'all know I don't name my fucking family, but y'all get what I'm saying. What's up, son? What's popping? You know, telling you know, they probably told them what happened. Hey, you got to do this, do that. They are judged. They know exactly what to do. Okay. So after 6:06, they waited around 7:19. They head towards the boat launch. So they go through the old Fort Bayou again. It go all the way over here. For what fucking reason, I don't know. Because if you departed from here, this is your departure from here, family. Hold on. Come on now. All right. If this is your departure, your boat has been docked somewhere over here. Either it was docked here. We're going to go to that location again. We're going to do the street view. Just give me some time. Or over here where you departed from. So you must have had a truck and towed the boat here. So why go all the way here. Why? I'm trying to understand that. Again, before I go to the street view there, my thought will be you should go, instead of going all the way that way. I'm gonna look at it from both sides. You should, if you're going all the way to Biloxi, why you just didn't take the boat to go all the way over there? And if they say that the pipe or whatever, this and the third, it probably would have never made it. I don't know. Maybe they made sure that they cover every tracks precisely. And it's so ironic before Nolan's last day to party and enjoy the outdoors and just have fun one more time, and he's about to go lock in for training camp. It become somebody, they kill him. So ironic, but let's continue. So they came all the way over here. Come on, baby, let's get it. Come on. I'm trying to move fast as I can, everybody. So please be patient with me. So this is the ramp that they came up from. They came from that way, It was a truck already here. The truck backed up while the boat was there. Hooked it up to the tow. Bang. And drove they ass this way. Again, we looking for cameras as well. Where's the cameras? I'm pretty sure there's some cameras. It should be some cameras over here somewhere. I don't know. I am unsure. But trust me, I did the looking, family. I did the looking before I ever went live last night. So there's none on the polls. But it's only one camera that will catch them. Why they are not showing any surveillance of their movements, okay? Because they have to come past here. This is the only way out. So they have to be shown on camera from here, family. Or another camera that's somewhere over here, but I am pretty sure this caught something coming from this way. Figure deal me? So, and just to give some clarity for y'all to see that as well too. This is what I meant to just show. I put it on my thumbnail. All right, so here it is, just to make sure we have clarity. Now let me turn around. So they had to be seen, and let me do a quick another investigation, if you will. Let me just turn. Come on, baby. Okay, let me look at this one more time, and y'all know what I'm looking for. Those are sensor lights or something? Or this guy, is that a camera? I'm gonna take a picture of that. Let me screenshot that real quick. Give me a second. Let me use my snipping tool to take a picture of that. Hold on one second, y'all. I don't think y'all can see it, but I'm taking a picture of it now. Hold on one second. All right, I saved it. Let me look in the chat. Is that a camera, y'all, or am I tripping? Is that a camera right there? Can somebody do anybody think that's a camera right there? What y'all think? What you think, love? What you think, Uncle Charles? Would that be considered a camera?
Oh,
This
it
shit
looks
right
like
here?
it just looks like a floodlight to me, like a light or
Yeah,
something.
probably like a light. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to over examine shit and misdiagnose what it is. All right, thank you. All right. Trying to see if there's any cameras here. But that camera on that side definitely had to catch something, right? And not even just that camera at the traffic light, at the intersection, because this is the route that they took. Let me check this. And I kind of overlooked this as well. Okay, that looks like a camera. That has to be a fucking camera, nigga. Fuck you talking about? That gotta be a camera. So we got that gotta be a camera.
Yeah, that's a camera. That is a
That's a
camera.
motherfucking camera.
They have
So
them. They
got
have
them when
that's
they
that CCTV.
right. So
Mhm.
so they can literally see exactly where they went and
Mhm.
track them. Either they stopped here or they just went by there. They would still be caught on this motherfucking camera right here. Let me see if there's any more right here. Either or, they'll be seen right there. And even on, this is the path they took. Let's go across this bridge real quick. I haven't done this. Let's go across real quick. This is the Washington 609 highway, whatever. And it's probably a camera here as well too, because don't a boat, boats come by here because we see the thing that come down. So they got to have a camera here too. Look, camera's right there, nigga. The blood clot. Salute to all my Jamaicans. I'm the biggest Jamaican out this motherfucker. But you're FBI, my old man. I talk about well, kiss my ass and jerk chicken. Nigga. Look at that. Okay, cameras there, so they can track every mother effing thing. All of this, they could be tracked. Let me just move back here. Boom. I'm not losing anything. So this is where they went to again. Let me just show y'all if I have lost some people. They came from here, came up the ramp. This is the ramp. Boom. This is the thing with the camera. This is only for the people who have not catch it. If y'all got it, it's not for you. And they made that right, which is the camera right there. This is called Washington Avenue, 609. Boom. And they made that right, which is our left on Goodville, because Bienville, that's Goodville. Take Route 90, go across this bridge here to Bill Luxey, to Eve Evans' house, Evan Noel's, right here. But again, somebody knows something, and just all of this, man. I don't know if they live on the shore because they had to bring the boat back to their owner. Do they live on the shore? I don't know. Maybe not, but still, cameras. Did they go right here to the Biloxi Smokecraft Harbor and dock there? Or this? It's cameras. It's cameras that show all of this stuff. There's cameras. There's cameras all over the coastline. Why nobody ain't talking about no cameras? Why we know what it is. They're protecting their own. And I don't want to be here too long because I know this is going to hit the damn, we already at the 3-hour marker. Hopefully y'all watch this 3 hours. Only thing I'm asking everybody on some G shit. It's not a big thing, but if y'all not even donating to the platform, at least y'all can do is just share. You dig what I'm saying? Just share this. If you can't even donate, be kind to at least share the live. How about that? That shit will cost you nothing. Right? Right. And hit that like button too, goddammit. Okay? Thank you in motherfucking advance. And I know I curse too much. So what? Shut up. Okay. So they could have left from here, but just the reason why I'm going back here is looking at how it looks. Your body could be dumped here, evidence could be dumped here and never found again. Okay? And guess what? This is a quick sidebar, man, with these Indians, right? Because I'm looking at my phone and these people are still calling my phone from all these different numbers. Everybody want to talk about black people. And look at these goddamn red dot Indians keep calling from different numbers and trying to scam you, man. Stop calling my motherfucking phone. I remember speaking to one of them and I'm like, yes, how you doing? With another voice and everything. Hey, Michael, such and such, something. You have insurance. We looking at your insurance, this, that, and the third. How old are you, bitch? If you already know my motherfucking name, you little red dot funky ass horse manure mask wearing motherfuckers. If you knew I had this insurance and you're correct and you got my first and last name, bitch, how you don't know how old I am? How you don't know how long I had this insurance? And I'm like, and I say, yo, get out of here, you dirty, funky, I called them their ethnicity. And the lady was like, fuck you, bitch, and hung up. That was so fun. I swear I laughed so hard. because I was serious. I'm irritated because they keep calling your fucking phone. I was irritated. She said, "Well, fuck you, bitch," and I hollered. It was so funny, man. It was so funny. They stop scamming, fam. Like, damn, stop scamming. God, y'all feel me? I can't see the chat, man. But look, hold on.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I do the same thing. I
Yeah.
play with the Indians too.
But and this be on the wrong block. But let me just just take this all in. Just go back to 1623.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this
Mm-hmm.
in Mississippi. Look at this shit hurts my spirit though, but not hurt my spirit. No, excuse me. No. It reminds me of my people and what they went through. You could if you could just visualize a whole bunch of strange fruit hanging here, and I could almost guarantee it was a strange fruit on this tree, all around these trees. Okay,
I mean, this right here show you that they don't want nothing to change.
Oh, you hit it on the mother effing man. Goddamn. This exactly. They don't want it to change. Don't you know they it gives them energy by living in the past, by keeping things the way it were, because they was so happy that they could just do anything to a nigga and say any motherfucking thing, any and everything, and get away with it because you had the justice system behind you. Do you understand the terror that our people was going through, that they faced? Like pure terror. Pure terror. That's why when these people come here and try to undermine my people, you little starving, you little crusty little immigrants. I don't care which island or country you come from. I don't give a fuck. We ain't have to beg and flee anywhere. You niggas. When y'all come here and try to spit on our fucking ancestors, spit on our graves, the shit, the terror that we had to endure and live through, and still became the most influential people on the planet, and all the accolades we possess. I don't want to go down that list. We already know the list. For y'all, docile, crusty niggas. I'm not just talking about Hispanics and Caribbeans. The white peasants too. They immigrants too. That's the thing. They think we don't know who they are. We know. It's just y'all in the way. Y'all protecting them, trying to be all in our facing our space. Y'all peasants too, man. I don't want to get too emotional, but it bothers me. If y'all want to add on to that, go ahead, man. But what's your thoughts of just this scenery and wanting to stay in the past because it reminds them of when things were great. What's your thoughts?
I do feel like I mean, just looking at this image right here, because I've never been to Mississippi, but it looks, because a lot of things are updated now, and for this to still look like this, walking down this street I probably will feel every ancestor, touching me, because this still looks like back then. And I think they like it like that because that's the only real power that they have. Even though they control our justice system and everything else, they don't control these new minds that we have, because we're not our ancestors, and we still got the mouths of our ancestors, but this is the only control that they have, them sneaking and taking us out, because they never do it when we're in a crowd. They would when are we hearing that black men are being killed in a group of black men by white men? Never. They always get us alone, and do the cowardly thing. They get us alone. Who's supposed to be scared of the KKK? You do that when it's only one of us, when it's a whole bunch of you guys and just one of us, but you never fight one-on-one. I have my positive and negative thoughts about the South. I still wouldn't want to move to the South, only because they're still stuck in the past, and there's places where there's majority black people and white people run it. And I'm like, what? Well, why? You know, I think they know it's about to happen, and we just don't know it's about to happen. And when I say it, whatever they're terrified of right now, because their numbers are dropping, or they feel like they need to kill us like this, back to back to back to back to back, they know it's about to happen.
Before I let Uncle Charles piggyback on what you said, shout out to Kenyana. I don't even know who this is, but we text before. She just texted me the camera areas, and we can actually see the camera footage. So I'm telling her to send it to my email right now. Like you can. Oh Lord, she just sent me something real good, so we can see the traffic cameras in that area. Ocean Springs, we got 1 and 10 between Old Fort Bayou and the Mississippi 57. So, and I'm woofing. I don't want to get on camera and my light blew out. So I gotta order me a new light. Let me see if I can view it on my thing. Uncle Charles, go right ahead, family. If you have to have anything else to say on that.
You know, I tell you what they fear.
Oh, it's saying it's unavailable.
They
All right,
fear.
yeah, family. I'm gonna mute myself.
They fear what they did to us that we're gonna do. It's a reasonable fear. It's a reasonable fear. I'm living in a world where my skin is my sin. How the fuck did it even work? My mom and daddy made a decision a long time ago. They was gonna have kids, and I was the first one to get here. Yeah, and we was a black family, and 3 sons, mom and dad, all in the house. What I want to know is, what about us you so intrigued about? Why you can't leave us alone? Why do I have to retaliate against you when I don't mean you no harm? They're doing something out here now, my black brothers and sisters. If y'all don't know it, maybe y'all already know. They got strange white people running up to black people and punching them, and then they get on their phone and record it. This is when you're supposed to split their ass open like a goddamn banana and straight down the goddamn middle. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. If I'm out with my family and you come on me, you're going to be in some serious trouble because I don't play that. I don't bother nobody. Look at me. And for me, you know, my granddaddy told me a long time ago, I was 9 years old. I never could understand it. He said, ain't nothing wrong with having white friends. He said, but keep your eyes on them. Now I'm in my 50s. And that could never be so goddamn true. This is the reason why he said, keep your eyes on them. This is the reason why. Every time I look around, some young man don't been killed. I tell you this, I remember a community. I remember a segregation, it messed us up. You got to think about it. We had everything in the black neighborhood. But Martin Luther King came along and said, we want to go and sit in front of McDonald's like everybody else. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The country was going through a revolution. It was changing. And what did it do? They started opening up white hotels, white restaurants. Instead of going to our own people restaurant and hotels, we went to theirs. They was high in cotton and maple syrup, all that. And they passed this wealth from generation to generation to generation. But you be seeing your black ass out there in the goddamn barnyard eating pig guts and praying. And you could even read then. That was against the law for you to read. I want y'all to go online and think I'm lying. In North Carolina, they got laughing barrels. Nigga, you couldn't even laugh. If you heard something funny, you had to open that barrel up and laugh inside the damn barrel because it was illegal for you to laugh. What the hell do you want me to do? Because I'm not going anywhere. I'll tell you this, and I'm going to say this in closing. I say this, man. I know how I got here through my parents. I said, but if I'm going to leave here, please don't let me be in a goddamn pair of underwears and eat some bowl of ice cream. Please don't let me go this way, Lord, because my family ain't going to be able to take it. This is not a game out here, y'all. We couldn't even laugh while black. We can't look while black. What the you want us to do? Because I'm about close of sticking a pine cone up your ass. And let me just, I'm going to stop. I'm getting upset. Go ahead, Mike.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like we are energy based. We're energy based beings. Like that's why when you scoot your feet, you can touch something and get a shock because we all have energy in us. And we are more powerful in spirit form. So when they take out our strong black athletes, what do they think they're creating? Because all you did was made them stronger. And every one of us that's going out, it looks bad, but that just makes something is about to happen. All these people that they're taking out, all these kids that they're taking out, they're not going to be able to combat that because you're able to do more in spirit form than you can do in this vessel. And I did want to say I wish they quit blocking out their faces. We already know what they look like. I noticed that all the videos that I'm seeing, even one that you showed earlier, they're starting to block their faces out. But we already saw them and they're grown. So why are you blocking their faces out? We know who they are. So.
Right. I'm trying to because she and I know who you are, Kiana. So let me make that clear. Peace to you, love. I ain't speak to you in a minute.
Is it real time? Like you can just go see what's
I'm trying to do it now. Hold on, everybody. Let me go to the site now. And it's not letting me look at the cameras. So I went to hold on. Come on, I got a lot of where is it at? Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So this is exactly where the boat is right here. See Washington Avenues. I already clicked on cameras, everything. The other one you sent me is it's pretty much the same site. It's saying unavailable. Far as looking at the camera view. Let me see satellite. Okay. So we already, yeah. I'm trying to figure like this is that that ramp where they came up at, but I'm trying to get the Let me see this. See, yeah, and I think that's by design. They probably already covered their tracks. To be honest, I think that's what's happening. But I will once I get off live, I'm gonna definitely do a thorough investigation on that. But still, thank you, love. I appreciate you for
you
even
might
sending
have to
that.
create an account.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too, but let's all right, let me create an account right now because I was thinking that, but fucking let me doing that. Everybody just give me some time right now. I'm trying to make an account right now. So I can't do two things at one time. So y'all be patient with me, please. All right, let's see if this work like that. Boom. All right, save. Come on, bitch. Registration link sent. I gotta check my email. Hold on, y'all. Please be patient, ADHD peoples.
Here.
Okay. Confirm email. Okay. All right, it's confirmed. Let's see if I get a different result. Start your trip, draw your commute, add commute by county. All right, I'm good. I just want to see some cameras. Oh. Let me see. Damn, it's still saying unavailable though. I definitely signed up. Let me go back. Come on, y'all. Let's go back to it real quick. Let's see. Which one? This one? I think this is the one. So I gotta, yeah, that's it. All right. Right here. So you see all the cameras and shit like that. Now you see the difference. So let's see. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm at the right spot. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom out. We are over here. Here we go. Shucks. Damn. So it's really no. Let's see Biloxi. Still is no. Damn, man. Nope. Washington Avenue. Nope. Let me just randomly pick something. Nope. Nothing. All right. I don't want to waste no time. Let's continue. But again, thank you, Kiana. How long I've been here? All right. Give it a few more minutes. All right. All right. All right, now let me get off this now. But they still want to live in the past talking about us, right? It reminds them of the glory days, right? Yeah. So this is gonna be real quick because I've been here too long, man. I don't want to be here not too fucking long. Okay, so this is the end of the block of El Camino Real Road. So again, Ashley Cole, I really like this fucking crib. This shit right here is really nice, man. Crazy. That shit is fly.
The Spanish one? Yeah. That one.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Yeah, so again, y'all, they docked or they departed from here somewhere in this area or where we just left from. You know what I mean? I don't know. Ashley, Warren, Benjamin, they live in one of these houses. This is their actual street. Evan is the one that owns the boat, or his parents own that boat, and they live in Biloxi. So their parents live in one of these houses here. Or on the other end. Let me just go to the other end and I let everyone close out and I'm out. For those who may drop out before I end in the next 5 to 7 minutes, 10 minutes, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't and please share. All right. And it's all for free. That shit ain't gonna cost you nothing. And I appreciate y'all for even giving me y'all time. So I definitely appreciate y'all time for sure. And you as well, love, and Uncle Charles. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all ain't have to be here either. So
You're welcome.
Well,
yeah, so they either in one of these houses over here. So anyway, that's pretty much the recap. In closing, love, you go right ahead and close out. And then Charles.
All I'm gonna say is, Black people, we have to be more strategic, and I'm a different kind of parent, so I do teach my kids to be decent people, but with all that's going on right now, I have a son that just turned 18, and he's small. He is really small. He actually looks like a 14 or 15-year-old, but all I gotta say to my son is if you ever end up in a situation where you are surrounded by them, you better take a few with you. I don't care if you gotta bite their necks out, gouge their eyes out. If you know you finna go, take some with you.
That's right.
That's damn right. Uncle Charles.
I'm gonna say this. Every time one of us get killed in this country, we marching. I got 7 pairs of shoes in my closet right now. Got a hole in every one of them motherfuckers. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the niggas falling all out in the heat. Ain't got no water, ain't got no Gatorade. Everybody put on different cologne, different perfume. It smell like ass, perfume, feet, all that shit smell out there. I can't take it. I'm lactose intolerant. I'm saying that right now. This is not a game. I will not watch my son or anybody's son, even this sister's son. If I see something and I see 4 or 5 white men jumping, well, I'm getting in the fight. I got to. You don't think I know what I'm talking about? I'll tell you what the hell I'm talking about. Look at the goddamn Montgomery brawl. The brawl.
Right.
Yeah. What did that brother do? They jumped on the brother, but they forgot he had a signal. It was like Batman.
That's right, motherfucker.
Yeah, he threw that head up in the net. Said, niggas, come on, get some. And
That's
guess
right.
what? Let me tell you something why this generation is not the same. Look at what that 16-year-old boy did. He turned into Aquaman. He jumped in that goddamn water. Me, I'd have ran a long way because they swim. He jumped in the water. He went over there for some ass too. Now, everybody got in on the fight. Everybody got in on the goddamn fight. You had the young ones fighting. Then you had some OGs up there. I'm talking about taking care of business. Do you hear me?
Yes,
no.
Sir.
If I'm gonna go to jail, I'm gonna crack. I ain't gonna say it because I might show. But somebody gonna get cracked over the goddamn head. I'm gonna tell you right now. Watch that Montgomery ball, and you'll learn a lot of things. I'm gonna say this in closing. I appreciate you letting me on, Mike. Thanks to the sister here, because now I can look at other things a little bit different. I can only see things one way. But I'm gonna say this to white America. You might as well get used to it. We're not going anywhere. You can do whatever the hell you want, but we'll be there. God will not let you oppress a people. He won't let you do it. We're not going anywhere. And I want all sisters to hear me. Protect your sons. Do whatever you can do. And yeah, they're going to lie to you sometimes, but you got to sit down and talk to them. You got to talk to them. You got a young life. I know you want to live your life. I know you want to be grown. I know you want to go dating and all this stuff. But man, look at what's going on out here. You can fall in love with a pretty face or a pretty face, and next thing you know, you blindfolded in a goddamn white van. I tell you this. They had one guy they stole, and when he woke up, he had a rotisserie up his ass. Let me tell you something, man. These people are not playing. And they put all kinds of hot sauce on him and honey mustard. Nigga, we need to stick together, y'all. I understand that they said black people can't get along. But this time, y'all, we got to, because it's our children that's on the line. It's our babies, my grandchild, my son. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to protect them. And I'm going to protect our women too. And that's all I got to say.
Man, well said. Hold on, let me find that applause button. I should have been already on cue because I'm usually on cue. That's for both of y'all. All right. And that should have been long enough, but it wasn't. But anyway, God damn, that's all you got. Word. Hey man, I love y'all. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. Uncle Charles, you already know, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, and much love. Until next time, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Now I want to end with this, man. They did a marvelous job. Salute to Maisha. I don't know if she wanted her name out there, but the gamer. Peace to you, love. Peace to Uncle Charles. I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. He's doing it wrong. You do is wrong. Okay. I'm not even gonna piggyback off that. I just want to say, listen, man, we are our brothers' keepers and sisters' keepers. We all we got. Always remember that shit, man. Listen, man, y'all know me. I love my people, family. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna always be on the front lines for mine, regardless of what. And that's just that, man. You know, I love everybody, but in this climate, how everything in history has shows me that we are all we have, and we have no friends, none. We only have associates. You heard? Again, before y'all leave, if y'all haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't shared, it ain't gonna kill you. Please share. Hey, if you haven't donated, please donate. I don't ask for much. And I want to play this again from last night because this pastor has really told me how to sing a song. Okay. In all reality, in all seriousness as well too, Black women, man, I know it's hard to try to raise a son and stuff like that. It's hard. And fellas, I know it's hard to even try to be in the son's life due to whatever y'all going through. But whatever it is, man, whatever the differences we all may be going through, man, put that shit aside and let and compromise on having a real peaceful, non-toxic communication and relationship with the child. If you and that man don't get along, that don't mean the child should not get along with the father, vice versa. You know what I mean? And just because you going through it with your child's father, do not indoctrinate your child to look at their father through the lens unless it's deserving. If he's really a piece of crap, he's just a piece of crap, not a good father, he don't want to be there. That comes with the territory. They got to go. But if you know that man wants to be there, and you know he wants to be there, don't indoctrinate your child. Don't let them miss out on that. Y'all still could be a nucleus family while apart. Just open that door and let that man have access to that child, regardless of what you and him is going through. That shit ain't got nothing to do with him on how he treated you. Do not let that little girl or that little boy suffer because you don't like him and he may not like you. Keep the peace for that child because we getting old, man. It's really not about us like that no more. It's about that child. So, I know there's many layers to it. It's many layers. I know there's many layers in different scenarios and situations. I get it. But anyway, I don't want to overtalk. Here's what the preacher had to say. Good night, motherfuckers.
I'm a witness. The Lord will. He will provide. One, two, buckle my shoe. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, big fat head. He will provide. I know the Lord will. Don't put that on YouTube. I got a little too loud. Will provide. I would serve a God I couldn't enjoy it. The Lord will provide. I'm so glad. Hey. The Lord. If your God don't let you enjoy.
That is funny, nigga. That is funny. Everybody, y'all be good. Peace and motherfucking hair grease.